Don't you want your donuts right? Oh, hey, don't you ever fuck with me, boy. Do you know me now? I'm a bad man.
Mr. O with the info.
This is an American Douchebag Productions.
Greenie, I'm pulling your coat from the bottom to the top. We are the absolute bosses of hustling in the world out there.
What it do, family? What's cracking, Joe? It's your girl again, the Queen of Demure. The Venus Money Trap Tea and Thay Trenches. Lady K on tonight's episode of Lemme. Show you Chicago, we are taking a ride on one of the Chicago's L train system, the red line that connects the cities. North and south sides meeting in the Loop Chicago's downtown area. Then we're staying out south for the history of Chicago's Black Metropolis. Bronzeville, lastly, we're going to discuss the history of Chicago's Italian beef. Sandwich, without further ado, here's the host with the most dear screets journalist, my zaddy baby Mr. O with the info. Giving you what you need to know, but you ain't hear it from him though. Are you there, Mr. O?
I met her on the way to Chicago, where she was all alone. So as I saw her ask her for a name, she smiled and looked at me. I was surprised to see that a woman like that was real into me. She said she didn't have no man, played to get the very best she can. She told me she was all alone. Said I don't you didn't have no one. She said doesn't get enough age. 59 was she gon' be that? She lied to you, lied to me, but she was loving me, yeah. Never would have thought she was living like that. Her words seemed so sincere. When I held her
Even Mike
near,
know about
she
these
would tell me
Chicago.
how she feels. It felt so real to me. This girl, she had to be an angel sent from heaven just for me. She said she didn't have no man, made to get the very best she loved me. She told me she was all alone. Said I don't have no loving me. She said just give her a bitch. 59 was the goal she kept. She lied to you, lied to me, cause she was loving me, yeah. She tried to give a devil loving me, but she was still yours. She thought that loving me must be you were working the kids that love me. She said that if a devil tried to keep me any way she can. She lied to you, lied to me, cause you got a family, yeah. Didn't know she was already spoken for, 'cause I'm not that kind of man. I swear that I would have never looked her way. Now I feel so much shame, and all things have to change. You should know that I'm holding her to blame. She said she didn't have no man, wait to get the very best she could. She told me she was all alone. Said I thought she didn't have no man. you, lie to me, cause you was loving me, yeah. He tried to give it up like loving me, but she was still your wife. She started loving me, was you were working to get that. She said that you was never really try to keep me anyway. She lied to you, lied to me, cause you got a family, yeah. She said you didn't have no man, afraid to get the very best she could. She was all alone, said I don't, you didn't have no man. She said just give it up, 59 over the gold she lied to you, lied to me, cause she was loving me, yeah. She tried to give it devil, loving me, but she was still your wife. She thought that loving me was you were working to get that love. She said that you were devil, trying to get me anyway. She lied to me, cause you got a family, yeah.
One more song that we about to go ahead and get to the content. What it do, y'all? It's Mr. O with the info. Giving y'all what y'all need to know. It's Chicago, baby!
Meet me downstairs by the lobby, so okay if you bring somebody. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me downstairs by the lobby, so okay if you bring somebody. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room.
Meet me at the H hotel room. Run about 6, so I bail soon. Kick your feet up and speed up. I'm at the Marriott. VIP pop shit in the Mazda, girl. Here I come with your girl at the bathroom. We mollied up, bottled up. Girl so thick with her ass like tough. Met her every lap, do a rap like what? A nigga stop tripping, wanna double up. Put the bag on my lap, millionaire like what? Slide on the body like do I? Looking at her face with a new eye. Baby girl got her body like from Dubai. I'm in the lobby like a motherfucker do fly. Excuse if I make a bad bitch catch a boo boo eye. Church, I'ma put in the work. In the bedroom, make her go ahead squirt. Take a couple seconds, then I hit that purr. 2 minutes later, I'ma put in work. I get her into the bed, then I start fucking the good. She know that I'm from the hood. We got that shit understood.
Meet me downstairs by the lobby, so okay if you bring somebody. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me downstairs by the lobby, so okay if you bring somebody. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room.
Still up the mall, dripping Javante as I walk through the lobby to the road. Then I heard her at the hotel door, red bone with her ass like the moon. Smelling like Chanel perfume with the whole fun spray. She was above an hour, hustle one way. Then I heard another. Black, exotic, face, bad, and body. We took a lot of shots to do say. Who say this can't turn into a movie? They coming out the red bottoms, Gucci. Both niggas got a kissing in jacuzzi. See, this is just flattering. I got the head in the cloud. I got the head up in Saturn. She felt me good, but she felt me better than average. I told her follow her pattern. She is the veteran, a cetera. I'm just concerned she not red enough. Body graffiti get tatted up. I fuck them both, I'm not letting up. They drink it down like a 7-Up. Not playing no games, I'ma level up. Treat them like horse, another ride and settle up. Afterwards, we drinking our double cups.
Meet me downstairs by the lobby, so okay if you bring somebody. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me downstairs by the lobby, so okay if you bring somebody. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room.
Do or die, Twister. Let's rap. I wanna mention when I'm dripping, I don't really pay attention who walking by. Step back. It's what I let up out my mouth when I take a look and caught my eye. The booty was so fat it made me hiccup. You can even see it when she sit up. The whole outfit she fill up. Get up, with her. Tell her what's Sally to go and hit her. Said she wanna bring a buddy from the body, looking at her, bet it's probably a hottie. I be acting like I thought of it's a copy. All I know is that a nigga really wanna see your body in the lobby. They was on the way and they was still. Both looking so beautiful, I can see the way that I gotta maneuver. Riddles some nigga wanna put up in their belly when they pull up to the deli by the valley in the Uber. Give you what you wanna, be glad y'all got it. You could be a part of my bad ball habits. Look at us living in 5-star status. Women are wishing they had y'all magic. Felt the way she told me she liked it rough. I smashed the back and smashed the ass, I smacked the then. After a shower, I had
to fuck her from the front and fuck her back to back again. Freaking like a porno, the way I spit the flow. The sex is complex like a Figaro. Exotic with the precision. If you ain't looking close, you would think I just put her up in the figure four. Make her tap out, give it to you while she rock. She gon' be pulling on my coattail soon. Ain't gotta be a memory, we can do it again. Just come and meet me in my hotel room.
Meet me downstairs by the love, so okay. Bring somebody at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room. Meet me downstairs by the love, so okay. If you bring somebody at the hotel room. Meet me at the hotel room.
Look at my city, baby.
I'll be right there for you, babe. Be waiting for you.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. What it do on this beautiful evening. You know what I'm saying? It's May 24th, 2025 in Chicago. And in case you haven't know, in Chicago, you know, in particular fraternal organizations, it's a beautiful day today. It is May Day. I said it is May Day. And all my 2-4-1-4s out there, y'all already know what day it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the King's birthday, King David, R.I.P. See, y'all heard of Jeff Ford, y'all heard of Larry Hoover, but that's a particular another man. He don't get as much dues as he's supposed to. Get the show up with that. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Before I even start, let me go and get this up to the screen.
It's a very thrilling sight here at the Municipal Auditorium. The house lights dim as the maestro takes his place on the podium.
What did it do, y'all? What did it do, though? Let's kick back and relax for a few ticks. Ooh, man, we had a very eventful week. All these new evidence coming out of Tory Lanez case. Lil Durk might be possibly coming home soon. Yeah. What else? Oh, Diddy, the diddler. You know what I'm saying? I think he really cooked though, but hell, shit, things might be changing. Sometimes it's almost approaching, y'all. You know, hope everybody have a nice, good, warm summer and y'all respect the cities. But pray for me and all the inhabitants of Chicago, because summertime shot is a thing. Everybody will be outside. We got a lot of different events. You know what I'm saying? We got the Jazz Fest, the Chicago Blues Fest, Lollapalooza, Taste of Chicago, Bud Billington Parade, and everything in between. You know, the nightlife, even though it's kind of dwindling. Yeah. The hell was that? Hold on. Tweaking. I know I was hitting something. Anyway, sometimes shy, you know. I hate to say it. When the chicks come outside, the leading rate goes up. And I don't want none of that to happen this summer. You know what I'm saying? We just want to have a good time here in the city of Chicago, have a safe summer, especially for the children. But we already know. When the chicks come outside looking fine, thick in the thighs, if y'all wear them sundresses and heels again, oh my God. Look, the murder rate might go up. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's us niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the brown people and white people too. You know what I'm saying? I'm an equal opportunist. But yeah, when we see something that we like, you know what I'm saying? Even some chicks, hey yo, the ladies out here just as aggressive, if not more. They see something they like, hell, they do the same thing. Oh man. Chicago. I'm trying to turn this damn shit off. Yeah, so tonight we gonna go explore Chicago again. This is episode 3. Let me show you my beautiful city, Chicago. We gonna take a ride on the red line. I take that damn thing down there every day. You know what I'm saying? It's better than driving. I digress though. You know, it's cheaper, but if these motherfuckers out here in the city of Chicago can't drive for shit, potholes everywhere, traffic be all fucked up. So you'll think taking the transit system, which one is like the second best one in the entire country, right behind New York and stuff like that. The red line in itself is its own world, similar to the transit system in New York. You'll never know what you're gonna catch or see on the damn red line. For real, for real. You could get anything that you want. I think we had this particular area back in the day. We can't say the actual term because you know how Kanye said, I can't say their name. I can't really say that. You know who I'm talking about though, but we can't say their name. But we're gonna call it the Small Hat Town. We had a place called Small Hat Town. They could get some of the best of everything for the low. This was way back in the day. I only have like little bits and pieces of memories of the place, but it was like a hub for everybody to come and get what you want, whether it was clothing, jewelry, food. They had some of the best hot dog stands and everything. But Small Hat Town, you know what I'm saying? It's no more. It was a Chicago landmark, but you know, they got nice little gentrified areas up there now, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me go ahead and pay my respects to the old man, you know what I'm saying, that died too soon, you know what I'm saying, before he got to change some things. A lot of the Chicago gang culture was not how it is today. You know what I'm saying? It started out in a peaceful way trying to protect our neighborhoods, but it evolved and devolved into this thing that we have now. But let's go and pay respects to the man, King David.
This is the story of ex-Chicago gang leader David Barksdale, also known as King Dave. He was an American gangster and activist from Chicago, Illinois. Barksdale was the founder of the Black Disciples. He and Larry Hoover, leader of the Gangster Disciples, decided to merge and create the Black Gangster Disciple Nation. He was seen as a hero in the Black community because he operated a free breakfast program in the Inglewood neighborhood to poor children. And he and the disciples marched with Dr. Martin Luther King in Marquette Park. He was a close friend of Fred Hampton. Barksdale died on September 2nd, 1974, due to kidney failure at the age of 27. Born David Barksdale in Salis, Mississippi, to parents Virginia and Charlie Barksdale. He was the 10th of 13 children. His family moved to Chicago in 1957. Within 3 years of arriving, Barksdale had become a notorious gang leader. By 1966, Barksdale gang absorbed several others and became known as the Black Disciple Nation. Tensions grew between the Black Disciples and other gangs such as the Blackstone Rangers. In the late 1960s, King David had become known, started to lead the Black Disciples into activism, serving breakfast to school children and marching with Dr. Martin Luther King in Marquette Park during the Chicago Freedom Movement. He was a close friend of Fred Hampton and the Chicago Black Panther Party. On September 7, 1974, Barksdale died from kidney failure as a result of a June 1970 attack in which there was an attempt on his life by members of the Black Keystone Rangers armed with M14 rifles outside of a bar where Barksdale was frequently with Larry Hoover on 848 West 69th Street. The assassination attempt ended a truce that was in place at the time. He was buried at the Bronzeville Cemetery in Alsip, Illinois. He was survived by his 3 children, David, Melinda, and Ronnie Barksdale, one of whom was gunned down by the Gangster Disciple Street Gang in 1996, and his wife, Yvonne Barksdale, nee Yarbert, until she was murdered 3 years later in 1977. Barksdale is still revered by the Black Disciples. Every year there's a birthday celebration in his honor. In 2008, there was a parade that was sponsored and supported by the Black Disciples organization, and in a controversial move, registered by the Chicago City Council for the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. The parade was criticized by the Fraternal Order of Police and officers administering the
y'all know
event
about the gang y'all
were
sell?
forewarned about potential gang violence.
EPD.
This is the story of ex-Chicago gang leader David Barksdale.
R.I.P. King David. Gone too soon. You know what I'm saying? I guess since we are on here now, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and take a ride on the red line real quick. You dig? Then we're gonna take a look-see at the former Black Metropolis of first the Midwest, and then just you know what I'm saying, the city of Chicago in itself. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Bronzeville. You know, let me go down to the red line. Yeah, we got some more topics to go ahead and talk about too. I'm just saving and saving and saving. All right. Do I got it all? Do I got it all? I think I do. Do. All right. Let's go. Let's go visit my boy Take Capone real quick.
What the fuck I'm scared of a nigga in jail for? You can't do shit. Even a bitch ass nigga ain't got no reason to be scared of a nigga in jail, bro. What is I'm scared of you for? You can't do shit, and if I get mad and hang up in your face, fuck you gonna do?
Shout out to Take Capone.
Write a letter? Bitch ass nigga, you can't even do shit. Fuck is I'm scared of you for? Motherfucker be in that bitch talking like a nigga know better. How the fuck he know better, bro? You got 17 years left. You talking like you gonna get out and do something, bro. By the time you get out, man, dude might have got killed, locked up, motherfucking, you might have forgot all type of shit. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, come on, gang.
See, right here. See, this is the type of fuckery that you'll see on the Chicago Red Line. Let me see what this motherfucker say. Is this 69th Street? Yeah, see, 69th Street, 79th Street, man. Like on that particular side of the red line on the south side, bro. You look, man, look at this shit, bro. And shit get worse as the weather get better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of homeless people, a lot of mentally ill people, unfortunately, have to call the red line. They sleep in residence. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much just like a damn hangout spot that it always has been, even while I was in my youth. So yeah, this is the type of stuff that you see right here on the damn red line. Type of crazy shit. Let's play, man. Let's play this shit. Bro.
Every little step I take, I get closer to the McDonald Lake. It's not too far.
My bad is bust out the Bobby Brown. Hold on, man. Just move that shit out
Every
too.
little step I take, I get closer to the McDonald Lake. It's not too far. Rich out here. For drugs. Darnarius got it.
What? What? Oh, buddy, tweaking, man. Hey, be careful when you try to record people's shit.
Every little step I take, I get closer to the McDonald Lake. It's not too far. Rich out here. For drugs. Darnarius got it.
Oh, you on the red line. Let's go.
POV, you on the red line in Chicago.
We do the same thing. I'm gonna write an update on your bitch ass too. What up? How you wanna do it? I'm like, so how you wanna do it? How you wanna do it? Face, bitch. What you wanna do? Ha! Sit down. Bitch, stop talking. I slash your ass. Sit down. No, talk about it.
That's a big ass bottle. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. My man got a big dumb ass bottle for breath in his damn head. Hold on.
How you wanna do it? I'm like,
Bro, I know that bottle from a damn distance. This nigga got, you probably can't see him the damn in the hand in his left hand right there. That nigga got a whole fifth of Saveka vodka in his hand, bro. Spazzing out on a red line, going Sox 35th, and he pulling out a whole blizzard. And talking, man, hey man. Hey, YouTube, this is for entertainment and educational purposes. This is to inform the out-of-towners and even people that live and cohabitate in the city of Chicago. They must be aware of the type of actions that do transpire on your L system called the red line. Yeah, they have security up there, yo. They got K9 security. They have transit police and all that shit, but nah, man. You're your own protection when you're on that L system, especially when you get downtown and when you get to the subway part. Yeah, you're on your own. You're on your own. Shit. All right, let's continue. Big dumbass boss.
What you want to do? Sit down. Sit down. No, something about it. Hold on. One thing about Pooh Bear, bitch, I am a bad bitch. You gonna slice shit.
What the fuck? Jesus, what the hold on. Hold on.
Stop playing with me, bitch. I hit your ass. Get in your mouth. Move, bitch.
POV, you on the red line in Chicago.
We do the same thing.
Man. She feeling us though, man. What the heck? Trying to get that Brad though. Brad ain't going. He like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, there we go.
Brad like, what the fuck? No, Keisha. No, Keisha. I don't like the twerking. No, Keisha. Oh wow.
Now who else next, bitch? Who else next? Who else next? Who else next? Don't play with me. You better play with your motherfucking mama. Don't play with me. Now who else next, bitch? Who else next? Who else next?
What's up, TikTok dude? I'm finna go downtown, right? So me and my brother instantly hop on the train, right? Cause we don't like driving. If y'all know y'all from Chicago, y'all know downtown is not the place to be driving. Bro, we get on this motherfucker. It's already delayed. Then we get on. The dude that's driving it don't know how to drive. We was just stuck in the tunnel for like 10 minutes, bro. Then we finally get somewhere with light. And he damn near hit the brake. I damn near just flew into this last thing, and then she just flew into the man. Like, this man do not know how to drive this train. Like, now he want to stop all. See, CBD, like the police, like what is going on, bro? Shut up. Everybody getting off, like it's just what going on, bro.
Yeah, I think I know.
These are reasons why I don't like the train, bro. Like, What the helly? What the helly, LeBron James? Now everybody getting off the train. Now we walk into We ain't even make it far, G. We damn near still on Roosevelt. Shit.
Man.
Like, what the? This shit don't make no sense, dog. What's up?
Man.
Y'all, I'm on the red line, and let me tell you the best stop to get off at. I'm in the VIP section of the train. It don't come with bottle service.
Yeah, I hate to say this is like the best part, but it gotta be at the very end though. See, other cars got the same thing, so motherfuckers be sitting right here chilling, or other people be sitting right there rolling up, or about to go ahead trying to get their whole hustle right there, shooting dice, doing 3-card Monty, all type of shit right in this little area right here. You know what I'm saying? This is where you get the spot where you get the loose squares, loud, loose squares. You know what I'm saying? Pill, they got everything right in this section right here. He ain't lying.
But it do come with privacy. I got off at Lake, and we're here for block 37.
Yeah. It's probably like one of the best stops off the whole red line. You know what I'm saying? For real. To my out-of-towners.
It don't come with bottle service, but it do come with privacy. I got off at Lake, and we're
right here, block 37. See, block 37, it can connect you to other parts of the train system, especially coming from the airport, like O'Hare. You know what I'm saying? You hop off the blue line, connect you to the red line, connect you to downtown, to the courthouse and Thompson Center, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got a shopping center, movie theater, everything right here at one stop. You know what I'm saying? Block 37. And it's a block because it's like levels to that shit. Like it's like a mall that goes up. So you know what I'm saying? They got block this, block that. So yeah, real cool place to check out. And I think I still got the Garrett's popcorn up in there too.
We're here for block 37. Okay, if you see this pillar, you're going in the right direction. So you're gonna see two shops.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That Gail's grilled cheese place is pretty decent. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? The price is overpriced, but that motherfucker good as hell. It's one of the best grilled cheese sandwiches I ever had. I endorse that.
Sandwich place and a pizza place if you want to eat before you have you a good time, okay? It's all decorative for the holiday season, and also you can take the blue line here, okay? You just enter in from the other side. This just gives me very Home Alone vibes. I love this mall so much. I don't come here often, but when I do, it's always a great time. They have an AMC here, and I had to cop something from Zara. There's literally unlimited things to do. There's 4 floors and women's apparel, men's apparel, children, everything. But I went through the pedway system to go to Macy's, okay? And if you don't know what the Chicago pedway system is, you can access it from the same stop. You're just going to have to walk the other way. And what it is a system of tunnels that are underground, and they connect all the buildings. So I had to stop at Macy's to do some holiday shopping, you know what I mean? And everybody was outside. I love the vibe. Make sure y'all check it out, y'all. Y'all, I'm on the red line, and let me...
Yeah.
Via the bus or other train services.
It says only in Chicago. They're sitting on the red line for 45 minutes. Whole thing.
Apologize for any inconvenience.
Shit, hey.
Can you help me?
It said vibing with the crackhead on the red line so I don't get attacked. Yeah.
Shit, hey.
Can you help me? Can you help me?
Yeah.
Can you help me?
Shit, hey.
Can you help me? Can you help me?
He did that spin off.
Puff riding the red line in Chicago.
Oh, Lord, this is
Puff riding the red line in
Yeah. Oh man, watch this, y'all. Hold on. Let me turn the music down so I don't get no copyright. But man, watch this, y'all. Watch this, man. Bro. Man, hold on, bro. Bro. No, no. That was some good, perfectly wasted wings right there. And people, all right, let's go.
And even when I do drugs, I still don't be happy. I can't see myself forcing myself on top of somebody. That's what stealing is. And even when I do drugs, I still don't be happy. I can't see myself forcing myself on top of somebody. That's what stealing is. I can't do that shit. It's sick. And even when I do drugs, I still don't.
What? What? Hold on. Did this nigga just say what?
And even when I do drugs, I still don't be happy. I can't.
My man said, even when I do drugs, I still don't be high. Hold on, man. Hold on.
And even when I do drugs, I still don't be happy. I can't see myself forcing myself on top of somebody. That's what stealing is. I can't do that shit. It's sick. And even when I do drugs,
Man, I gotta say that again. They're going to quit.
As a native Chicagoan, I'm ashamed to admit this, but I didn't know that the Red Line was supposed to be like that. I had no idea the Red Line was supposed to be like that. I went to jail in 2020. I got off of house arrest and out of lockup in 2022. So I hadn't been on the Red Line in years. So things have shifted drastically in ways that I simply was not privy to. I was not aware that we had all come to some sort of consensus that the Red Line, that all of its passengers were supposed to be out of their fucking minds at all goddamn times. When I commute to work, sometimes at 6 a.m., I expect quiet, and clearly I am in the minority in that regard, because I thought it was sheer happenstance that 3 men of dubious access to housing would enter my train car, all with separate loudspeakers, and would play different songs all at once before the sun fucking came up on full volume, right? I wasn't expecting to hear the Temptations, Chief Keef, and Somebody's Cousin's mixtape all at the same time before Dunkin' Donuts opened. I wasn't prepared.
The International Choir Storm. No, sir. You see, the Red Line has fuckery on all stops. I ain't talking about from Howard to 95th. And you know, since the day I came into this world, even when I was growing up, they have been trying to extend that thing to 147. So just imagine you going from the farthest of the north as possible. I know the Blue Line actually go the real north, but you know, the last stop before you cross over to Evanston. And the 147 on the south side before you even touch Riverdale. Yeah, bro. No, yeah, all the stops. You ain't hear me, bro. For the last 7 years, I go ahead, say about 7 years, man. All stops been for the taking. You got the teen takeovers, you got the leftovers from the last teen takeovers, aka the middle-aged motherfuckers that don't want to grow up. The homeless people, the old people that you know what I'm saying, they intertwine, you know what I'm saying? We call them boomers and older Gen Xers. What else? Drug act. Look, the Red Line is home. It is literally home for the low lives and the crazies. It became the ride. It became the Arkham Iron Horse. the crazy odd horse going through the city streets of Chicago. Oh yeah, it do be. Listen to this gentleman. I'll go ahead and rewind him just a little bit. Even he, as a fellow Chicagoan, I have to agree with him. I do. Listen.
Went to jail in 2020. I got off of house arrest and out of lockup in 2022. So I hadn't been on the red line in years. So things have shifted drastically in ways that I simply was not privy to. I was not aware that we had all come to some sort of consensus that the red line, that all of its passengers were supposed to be out of their fucking minds at all goddamn times. When I commute to work, sometimes at 6 a.m., I expect quiet, and clearly I am in the minority in that regard, because I thought it was sheer happenstance that 3 men of dubious access to housing would enter my train car, all with separate loudspeakers, and would play different songs all at once.
All at once, and all trying to sell you something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the real. Look, if you're a real Chicago hustler, you on them trains. You on them trains trying to sell whatever you want. I believe, and I quote, at least what's that? At least 20% of the city's population ride the train system every day of the week. So that's at least over 500,000 people taking the train system throughout the day. You'll see people selling oils. Hey, look, people still selling DVDs on the damn train, bro. I'm like, man, hold on, man. You a relic of the damn past, man. You are you Rip Van Winkle or something, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You got DVDs? Shit. Loose Squares, Bud. I got the new Booty Talk 87. I'm like, damn, man, is this 2005 or 2025, bro? Shit. Yeah, put that shit on a jump drive and start selling that shit at this point.
Before the sun fucking came up on full volume, right? I wasn't expecting to hear the Temptations, Chief Keef, and Somebody's Cousin's mixtape all at the same time before Dunkin' Donuts opened. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for that. Turns out that's normal. All at the same time before Dunkin' Donuts opened. I wasn't.
Hold on, man.
On full car, all with separate loudspeakers, and would play different songs all at once before the sun fucking came up on full volume, right? I wasn't expecting to hear the Temptations, Chief Keef, and Somebody's Cousin's mixtape all at the same time before Dunkin' Donuts opened. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for that. Turns out that's normal, and I'm just out of the loop. I was commuting home today, and I was beset upon the visage of 2 people having sex a couple of seats away from me. I was beset upon the visage of 2 people having sex a couple of seats away from me. Just full out in the open. And when I accidentally, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for that. Turns out that's normal, and I'm just out of the loop. I was commuting home today, and I was beset upon the visage of 2 people having sex a couple of seats away from me. Just full out in the open. And when I accidentally locked eyes with the person who was doing it, because I was in shock, I had clearly breached some sort of social contract that I was not aware of. And that the proper way to react to this breaching of contract is to pull a knife on me and then threaten to slit my throat, because I have clearly interacted to this. I was beset upon the visage of 2 people having sex a couple of seats away from me. Just full out in the open. And when I accidentally locked eyes with the person who was doing it, because I was in shock, I had clearly breached some sort of social contract that I was not aware of. And that the proper way to react to this breaching of contract is to pull a knife on me and then threaten to slit my throat, because I have clearly interrupted a deep, personal, and intimate moment that was happening in full view of an entire train car directly under a security camera. I didn't know you could get sloppy toppy wide open on the train like that, and that if anybody looked at you by accident, you was allowed to unalive them. I simply did not know, and I know ignorance of the law is no excuse, but now that I'm aware of the law, I will be following it to the letter. It's my fault. I did not expect there to be raw dick in my periphery, and I was a little bit confused when there was, especially at 11:30 p.m. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, I did not realize that I would be exposed to somebody's live reenactment of the close friends list. I wasn't ready, but I am now, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have not kept up. As a native,
man, bro.
More attention, please.
It says stuck on the red line because someone tried to unalive themselves. They turned off the lights and everything.
Mama.
Yeah. Oh, that happens. That happens a lot. People be trying to unalive themselves on the damn red line. But yo, the International Quiet Storm. I was trying to get this damn thing to pop up. You know, my eyes getting a little tight around here. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing my medicine. The International Quiet Storm said, I bought my first pellet. Yeah, you a real Chicagoan. You talk about that pellet, that leather. You know what I'm saying? Either the pellet or the old Everett's. Bought my first pellet jacket on the red line from a crackhead when I was 16, man. Hashtag memories, man. They don't make the crackheads like they used to. I know they dropping off, you know, too. They dropping off like the T-Rex and all the dodo birds. You know what I'm saying? I'm still surprised people still smoke crack. Even people that was born in the 80s, I'm like, damn, man, you had all the infomercials. You had New Jack City's Pookie, Losing Isaiah. You had all these examples, all these PSAs, and you still decided to smoke a glass dick. Damn. Sick shit. But let's continue. This is the real.
Oh my goodness! It already stink! Oh my! What the fuck? It smell like bounce the fuck that ass! It smell like bounce. Oh my goodness! It already stink! Oh my! What the fuck? It smell like bounce the fuck that ass! It smell like bounce the fuck out of that ass! Oh, somebody been bouncing the fuck out some ass! Oh, what they did to make that? You don't smell that?
It does. It's not.
Oh my goodness!
Are you scared? Yes. Guys, she's conquering L for the first time.
See, you gotta take people. See, a lot of people are very sheltered here in the city of Chicago. Some people get taxi rides, Ubers. You know, this is a different generation of people that came up. A lot of people never took the rail system here in the city, and just like having sex for the first time, you gotta pop their cherry. So it's a lot of transit virgins out there in the city, and it's an experience that some of them can't forget, and they hope they always have a ride in the future. Let's go ahead and see Becky pop a cherry.
Are you scared? Yes. Guys, she's conquering L for the first time. Wait to be so obnoxious. Yay, you did it! Making the L stylish. You're so mysterious with that. Hold on. Take a strip. You won't touch it. It's like the Subway surfer because you don't want to touch.
When I first started telling people that I was moving to Chicago, something the scared of cities crowd would tell me is like the crime. Oh, be careful, it's dangerous. And having been here for a year now, the crime hasn't ever been a problem for me. But what has been are the influencers. And every day, my hate for influencers only grows. With the red line specifically, my fear isn't being seated next to a criminal, it's being seated next to an influencer. I would genuinely rather get shot than have to deal with this. So when people say that, oh, the red line is dangerous, I would argue that it's not dangerous enough. We need to make it more scary for these influencers.
Damn, man, I feel your passion, bro. Damn. I think me and this guy feel your passion when he said that shit. Hold on, where he at? Where he at?
I hate most people. There are times when I look at people and I see nothing worth liking. I want to earn enough money I can get away from everyone. I see the worst in people, Henry.
I see the worst in people, for real. Yeah. I feel him. Let's continue. Then realized my $2.50 Redline ticket included a ride and a show. All day.
Places to avoid in Chicago at night, part 1. We're going to start off this series with the famous red line. And red by definition is high alert, highly critical, or dangerous. The red line still helps thousands of people get to and from work because it goes both north and south. But outside of those peak hours, I would highly recommend not going at night. From personal experience, I've been offered heroin, but I've also watched people do heroin. Don't be shocked if you notice people going car to car, yelling and asking for money. The red line is always a gamble. It can be fun, but you can also see paranormal activity, thugs, and crackheads. The red line will get you where you're going, so take it on your way out. But if it's after hours, Uber home, unless you have a kink for getting robbed. After hours, it's the underworld of Chicago. Even the Ninja Turtles avoid it. It runs 24/7, so if you're looking for a unique experience, hit up that red line at night. Follow for more places to avoid at night, and comment on the next place I should do. Places to avoid in Chicago at night, part 1.
Yeah, avoid that motherfucker, especially around the hours of 11 to about 5 in the morning. Oh, man. What? She said, fuck that shit. He said, me telling a lady to walk west on Chicago Avenue to State Street to get on the red line and watch her get on the number 3 College Grove bus. Yeah, she like, man, F that shit. It's my red line. This nigga is on a fucking damn Ryan planning traffic and shit. This semi truck on. My people, right?
I hate most people.
He probably would be the motherfucker that make me late for work too. Being a fucking jag-off. Hope he gets some help, but damn.
Your name is Pam. Yes, it is, ain't it? Ain't your name Pam, bitch? P-A-M. Your name is Pam. Pam, I am. Green eggs and... Your name is Pam. Yes, it is, ain't it? Ain't your name Pam, bitch? P-A-M. Your name is Pam. Pam, I am.
You ever heard of a man who tried to build a secret army of enslaved black people?
I think that's enough. I think that's enough of the red line. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shit, that motherfucker is dangerous. Dangerous. Let's see. What else do we got? What else we got? Do you want to talk about the Italian beef yet? No, not yet. Let's go a little bit more into the city of Chicago real quick. Let's go out south a little bit more.
If you in Chicago, be aware the Mose is outside eating pork. And I just seen the GD eat some ramen noodles with a spoon, knowing damn well he should have used the fork. It's fucked up out here. Go in the house. Go in the house.
Goof ass niggas. Hell no. Hold on, man. No, I think I can go ahead and show y'all Bronzeville real quick. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get the things queued up. But how y'all doing tonight, though, man? How y'all doing? Y'all ever get my man's right here? Nah, I ain't gonna get him real quick. Let's see. I think I go ahead and start it right here. Let me see what my man say.
Let's start this movie. Look, if you from Chicago, follow me, and I'm gonna follow you back. Let us know in the comments where you from. Let us know the neighborhood. I'm from 76 and Loomis, the complex. That's Auburn and Gresham. Let us know. I'm sick of these Naperville ass, Schaumburg ass, Riverdale ass niggas talking about I'm from Chicago. Every time I go out of town, I'm sick of this shit, man. I go out of town, so I go to Atlanta, some shit, motherfuckers like, hey, my homie from Chicago. I'm like, hey, straight up, bro, where you from, Joe? He be like, huh? I be like, where you from, bro? He be like, man, my auntie be, whoa, no. Nigga, where you from? Stop playing with me, bro. I need to hear some numbers and some names or names and names. You know the combination if you from Chicago. I'm serious as shit, man. Motherfuckers always talking about I'm from Chicago, walking around with big ass Bulls jerseys on and do-rags. Nigga, we don't do that shit. We ain't done that shit since the 90s. Stop playing, bro. I'm for real. Motherfuckers making us look bad, be soft as hell. Do you not understand that Chicago is one of the greatest Negro cities ever? Niggas be tough for no reason. Even our goofies, our lames go somewhere else and become kingpins. That's why they be tough as hell in Iowa. They go out there and get them a chubby bitch. She buy them some Jordans and shit. She go to work. She probably work at the Walmart. They call it the Walmart out there or some shit. And that's what he do. He living life. I digress. What I'm saying is if you from Chicago, follow me. I'm going to follow you back. Let's get these numbers up. It's time for Chi-Town to make a movement. Let's make Chicago great again. Let's start this movie.
Hey, yo, man, go follow my man. This is Alley Talk, man. Dress hoes, no socks. Droppy dress shoes, no socks, man, on TikTok, man. This is my... Hold on, man. I got to play this again, man.
But look, if you from Chicago, follow me, and I'm going to follow you back. Let us know in the comments where you from. Let us know the neighborhood. I'm from 76 and Loomis, the complex. That's Auburn and Gresham. Let us know, because I'm sick of these Naperville ass, Schaumburg ass, Riverdale ass niggas talking about I'm from Chicago. Every time I go out of town, I'm sick of this shit, man. I go out of town, so I go to Atlanta, some shit, motherfuckers. Hey, my homie from Chicago. I'm like, hey, straight up, bro, where you from, Joe? He be like, huh? I be like, where you from, bro? He be like, man, my auntie be, whoa, no. Nigga, where you from? Stop playing with me, bro. I need to hear some numbers and some names or names and names. You know the combination if you from Chicago. I'm serious as shit, man. Motherfuckers always talking about I'm from Chicago, walking around with big ass Bulls jerseys on and do-rags. Nigga, we don't do that shit. We ain't done that shit since the 90s. Stop playing, bro. I'm for real. Motherfuckers making us look bad, be soft as hell. Do you not understand that Chicago is one of the greatest Negro cities ever? Niggas be tough for no reason. Even our goofies, our lames go somewhere else and become kingpins. That's tough for no reason. Even our goofies, our lames go somewhere else and become kingpins. That's why they be tough as hell in Iowa. They go out there and get them a chubby bitch. She buy them some Jordans and shit. She go to work. She probably work at the Walmart. They call it the Walmart out there or some shit. And that's what he do. He living life. I digress. What I'm saying is, if you from Chicago, follow me. I'm gonna follow you back.
I know too. I lived in Iowa. I graduated from my last year of high school in Iowa, and I think that what he just said play out, bro. 20 years ago, he is not fucking lying. I stand behind it, bro. Man, God, even with a chubby bitch, a white. Oh, wait. Oh man, Mr. O, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Nigga, I just walked to the store, and it is so dangerous in my neighborhood that cars are slid up on me, slowing down, looking at me. Gee, I fucked it. I turned into a dope fiend. I was walking normally at first. Car slid up on side of me. I said, I heard that motherfucker pull over. We good. Nigga, I just walked to the store, and it is so dangerous in my neighborhood.
Hell no.
Here's a list of the most diverse cities for Black people in Illinois outside of Chicago: Rockford, Peoria, Springfield, Bloomington Normal, Galesburg, Decatur, Champaign, East St. Louis, and Carbondale. Let me know if I'm missing something. Drop it down.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, shit.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Mr.
Taking a walk around my.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Mr. Ernest Cram III here. I'm in Hinsdale, Illinois right now. So normally when I go out of town, and I'm talking like out of the state, I'm always researching, trying to see what type of Black history I can find locally. But something happened, y'all. I read this amazing book called Sundown Towns by James Lowen. If you're not sure what a sundown town is, pretty much a town where if Black people were found when the sun went down, they could possibly get beat down, arrested, or lynched. That's just part of the reason why America is so segregated. While reading a book, you find that most of the sundown towns actually existed in Illinois, where I live. So I don't just do research when I'm out of town now. Whenever I go to a suburb now around my house, I'm trying to see if they were a sundown town too. I came here to get a cake for my daughter's party, but then I did a little research and this is what I found. Pause it and check it out. So in the 1940s and 50s, Hinsdale only allowed Black people in their town to do work. They'd be expected to leave by 5 o'clock. And that last train leaving out of town at this train station right here was often referred to as the Ethiopian Express. Yo, what's good?
Damn. The Ethiopian Express. Yeah. See, I was trying to tell y'all the Midwest is like literally the second South. I don't know why people be thinking like when you come up north, you think it's all like you know what I'm saying, the promised land and shit like that. You think gonna be be holding multi cultural neighborhoods, maybe in New York, but here in Chicago, hell no. Even now, even one for low income housing and mixed income, motherfucker be still segregated on the high end. Let's go.
Taking a walk around my neighborhood.
Yep. So speaking of neighborhoods and Black people, once upon a time here in the city of Chicago, there was a place called the Black Belt. The Black Belt, I believe my father, how he told me, R.I.P. Pops, was from 22nd Street to 63rd Street between State to the Lake. You know what I'm saying? That's what pretty much all the Black people in the city of Chicago, besides the West Side, was staying at, especially when he came here in 1951, 52. The luxury part of the for the Black folks was Bronzeville. That's how the name came about, you know what I'm saying, because the color of our skin, you know what I'm saying, was all that nicely bronze flavor and everything. Even up when we had the Chicago Black Renaissance, similar to Harlem, the Chicago Black Renaissance that's not really widely talked about. Produced some of the greatest poets, artistries, and everything, like Gwendolyn Brooks, Lorraine Hansberry. You know what I'm saying? She made the stage play of Raisin in the Sun, etc., etc. So, Nat King Cole was born and raised here in this particular neighborhood, Chicago. Red Fox lived in this particular neighborhood. Muhammad Ali as well as other affluent black people of the times and everything, including Ida B. Wells. So Bronzeville at one time had a bigger black population than Harlem, and they both was neck to neck with culture and experiences and everything. So let's go take a look, see, you know.
Bronzeville. I was told when I first moved to Chicago, don't move to don't move to the South Side. Not Bronzeville, but not the South Side. I saw Bronzeville and I said, this is where I want to live. But can you see why? It's beautiful. It's quiet. I get the suburban feel in the city. I am but 12 minutes from downtown. There's no luxury on the South Side.
Yeah, Bronzeville is a center for African American life and culture in Chicago, historically known as the city's Black Metropolis.
Taking a walk around my neighborhood.
6 Degrees of Black History. Travis J. Bell Jr., better known as the father of Black investment banking, paved his own lane and became a pioneer in the finance field. With Will Daniels, they opened Daniels & Bell, the first Black-owned firm to join the New York Stock Exchange.
Daniels & Bell emerged as a pivotal entity, spearheaded the raising of billions of dollars for minority-owned businesses, and played a major role in enhancing African-American representation.
His son was Darryl Bell of A Different World.
But you can't take my mind. I'm gonna bust this thing out.
A Different World was more than just a show. It impacted the culture. From being one of those early shows that was unapologetic about bringing hip-hop, R&B, and New Jack Swing to the mainstream, and increasing their enrollment at HBCUs.
You know, they have a class about A Different World at Spelman.
Having important issues like sexual assault, giving children a vocabulary to explain what happened to them.
I'm gonna go get counseling. I need help, and so do you.
Sinbad appeared in A Different World, gave the comedy world classics, and even brought us Sinbad's Summer Jams, which put the shine on comedy and music.
What the hell? What can you have to do with it?
Magazine show Vibe Talk Show, which was produced by Quincy Jones. The illustrious Quincy Jones is from the Bronzeville neighborhood of Chicago, Illinois. The historic neighborhood, once known as Black Metropolis.
Bronzeville finds its origins as the Black Metropolis because it was left out of Chicago's ecosystem. So they have to create a city within a city.
Became a cultural and artistic hub for Black people when they were kept out of the success of Chicago.
Bronzeville gives us gospel music, right? With Mahalia Jackson. The godmother of rock and roll is Sister Rosetta Tharpe, inspired Elton John, Little Richard, Elvis.
Didn't it rain, children? Once part of what was known as the Black Belt became a promised land of such. Bronzeville is also the birthplace of Travis J. Bell Jr. 6 Degrees of Black History. 6 Degrees of Black History. Travis J. Bell Jr., better known as the father of Black
man, cooking with Southside.
paved his own lane and became a pioneer in the finance field. With Will Daniels, they opened Daniels & Bell, the first Black-owned firm to join.
Man.
30 names in 30 days. Number 4, Bronzeville. Let's get into it. Chicago's Black Metropolis. In the early 1900s, the Great Migration happened all across the country. Chicago saw about 100,000 plus Black people come to this area, changing Chicago's entire landscape. We had 3% Black people before, about 33% afterwards. This area is referred to many different names. It was bustling and it was booming. And at the time, there was a guy who wrote for the Chicago Bee. His name was James Gentry, and he was a theater editor for the paper. And he referred to this area as Bronzeville to reference the Black people's skin looking like bronze. That was then. This remains true now. This area is actually a national heritage area, so come support. But also, did you know the very building that the term Bronzeville came from and housed the Chicago Bee is now a public library? 30 names in 30 days.
history repeats itself, right? And I think that's what's going on in Bronzeville today. Bronzeville finds its origins as the Black Metropolis because it was left out of Chicago's ecosystem. So Chicago's going through this big boom through the 1920s, and none of it's reaching Bronzeville. And so they have to create a city within a city.
Bronzeville, there was this really explosion, this evolution of culture that developed into new and exciting forms of expression. So it became really the focal point for Black culture and the crucible in which forms of art were created.
I always think of Bronzeville kind of like a diamond. I know that a lot of the stories that are told about Bronzeville always talk about how densely it was populated. And I think it's because of that density that so much creativity was just literally oozing out.
It's almost like it's a neighborhood, but also an artist colony.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a great way to put Bronzeville. Bronzeville gets.
Yeah, Nat King Cole, Mahalia Jackson, everybody used to live right there. Like I said, Bronzeville got a lot of roots, a lot of history to it. And Blunt fell apart and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind me. I'm taking care of some douchebag difficulties in the background. You know what I'm saying? We gonna continue with the show with me talking a little bit like this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have my medicine, gotta have my crush when I was hurt, aka the loud, the za. This is stickiest of the icky. But Bronzeville, Black people used to live right here. Now, a lot of Black people still live. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's still a lot of Black people over there, but it became a little gentrified over the years. And as bronzy as it used to be, but it's still there. It's still there. Let's go and continue.
It gives us gospel music, right? With Mahalia Jackson and Thomas Dorsey. Then, you know, we love talking about rock and roll, but the godmother of rock and roll is Sister Rosetta Tharpe. She inspired Elton John, Little Richard, Elvis, and she lived in Bronzeville.
This explosion in art and culture also led to a proliferation of public queer life. One of the few openly lesbian performers of the era, Ma Rainey, recorded some of her early blues records in Bronzeville. Black business owners even sponsored female impersonator shows, like the annual Finney's Ball that began in 1935, a precursor to the ballroom scene that led to today's drag shows. This same cultural liberation allowed the Black middle class to thrive, with many forms of commerce emerging out of this Black metropolis.
Bronzeville was in many ways truly a promised land. The Black metropolis included what people call Black Wall Street, the finance industry. But at the heart of the Black metropolis is the jobs and the commercial enterprises that were created to serve the community.
The playing field here, because of
straight up, that's how Brownsville got their name in Brooklyn. Shout out to BK. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BK. Okay. That's good info, you know what I'm saying? Just in case when I do touch grass down there in NYC one of these days, and I want to make that trip. I want to go ahead. Hey, I want to get the real good New York experience. I really want to go to Harlem. For some reason, Harlem be calling me, bro. I don't know why. It just is. For some reason, I just want to be in front of Sylvia's. Chilling on a bodega right there on Nicholas Avenue for some reason. I don't know why. I just do. Or be somewhere in Queens on Linden Avenue just chilling like a villain. And I'm probably saying all the wrong streets to be on in NYC too. It's just me, man. I can't help it. I can't help myself. But hell, if I could survive the hallways of Shooting Dice and Cabrini Green, if I could go ahead and walk the staircases of Robert Taylor Homes, if I could walk the city streets of 79th Street, you know what I'm saying, no matter east or west, Hell, walked to Inglewood, walked in yeah. I should be all right. I should be good. I should be good. You touch grass one place, you can touch grass in some other places. Let's continue.
Being boxed out of the economy of Chicago allow for folks in Bronzeville to circulate their own dollar, and that circulation really flourished.
That self-reliance also then leads to the creation of nationally significant organizations, nationally significant publications that really changed the course of American history.
Yeah, right. You can't truly activate, whether it's civil rights, whether it's the arts, without like the media, right? Robert Abbott and then John Senstack, the Chicago Defender, would refer to themselves as the mouthpiece for 14 million African Americans.
Yeah, I used to read the Chicago Defender every day as a kid. Man, too bad. I think they moved online. That's how I learned how to read. Unbeknownst to me, I was a young pro-black. I was in my young so-called B1 phase. So I try to go ahead and look at all the black publications in the city of Chicago. Yeah, like Jet magazine, Ebony magazine, started by John Johnson, the Chicago Defender. All type of other publications, you know what I'm saying, that help build my literacy, which was strongly thrusted upon us in my youth. Now, children in Chicago barely have the math and literacy of a sixth grader, if that. Damn, how times have changed. Hopefully, we be making a comeback. Let's continue.
In this country, with 2/3 of the readers not even being from Chicago. Of course, media mogul John H. Johnson's from Bronzeville, right? He created Ebony and Jet magazine. And the first ever black feature filmmaker and the first black on-air radio personality here in Bronzeville. It was really, really pivotal to have that space to be able to kind of push back from the narratives that were often portrayed in the national media.
It seems like there's a lot of history in Bronzeville that maybe a lot of us don't know about.
It's vast, right? We'd be here for an hour talking about all that Bronzeville has given the country. One of the main things is that, education is that great equalizer. The University of Chicago was early to allow African Americans to get advanced degrees, master's degrees, PhDs. It was close to Bronzeville. And when you're really close to others who are doing amazing things, it'll help you do amazing things.
Bronzeville hosted Providence Hospital, which was one of the first teaching hospitals that accepted Black trainees in the United States. And Daniel Hale Williams, one of the leaders of Providence Hospital, pioneered the first.
I forgot all about that, y'all. Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. Yo, man, give the black man his damn credit, and give a Chicago black man, you know what I'm saying? Even if you weren't born here or you were a transplant that was did significant things here, give us our damn credit, man. And I can hit when a black woman say that y'all was conquered, y'all was dumb shiftless, I be like, man, you know what? Blood, open heart surgery, brain surgery, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Ben Carson, you know what I'm saying? We have made innovations to improve the human body, mind, and soul. And all y'all motherfuckers care about is material goods. Man, shout out to Dr. Hale Williams.
Open heart surgery in Bronzeville.
Bronzeville, 1962.
Such a happy pair. Love beyond compare. Look at there.
Yep. Regal Theater right there, yeah. Wait a minute, bro. That Regal Theater ain't really on what's the name though? That's more on 79th Street though. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's a whole totally different section. But the Regal Theater is similar to the Apollo Theater up in Harlem. You know, a lot of black classic black acts perform at this venue. I heard they supposedly be reopening it real soon. If that was the you know what I'm saying, not only to preserve it, but to get back open and running, you know what I'm saying? But just like all the other venues and places of entertainment in the city of Chicago, not the bad black people, I mean, not the good black people, you know what I'm saying, not the good citizens of Chicago is ruining for us. It's the Negroes, the ne'er-do-wells, the degenerates, the dregs of society that's making it bad for all of us, that we can't enjoy ourselves and have making Chicago great again. Yeah. Yeah.
This photograph. Thought I had forgot the past.
Nah.
Now I'm slipping fast. Oh.
Yeah.
See, this is the one I'm worried about. Look at that. Look at the roof. The Swift Mansion. This is called the Swift Mansion. It's a National Historic Site. Built in 1892. The Swift Mansion. See, this is the one I'm worried about. Look at that. Look at the roof. The Swift Mansion. This is called the Swift Mansion. It's a National Historic Site. Built in 1892. The Swift Mansion, a National Historic Landmark. We're at 45th and Michigan Avenue, South Michigan Avenue, Bronzeville, the south side of Chicago. And look at, I'll go across the street here. They're working on it. Good. So it looks like they're repairing it here. Look at the roof. I don't know if there was a fire or what happened. And look at this beautiful turret with the hat, as Jen talks about. I see a construction worker up there. I don't want to disturb them. Maybe they're like, what's this guy filming? But look at the roof. So I want to document it, and then we can come back. Some of those guys lived on Prairie Avenue, so it might have been some of the heirs. Same with this. I wonder if that's the old meatpacking. And we're going to go to the Union Stockyards. So look at this mansion. Chris, are you seeing this? This is 45th and Michigan Avenue, South Michigan Avenue. This is a true Gilded Age mansion here. Let's see what this is. This is the fourth. This is the African Methodist Episcopal Church. This is the bishop's house. This is the bishop's residence for the AME Church. So just like on the
man, you gotta be kidding me, man. Man, what? I know he said in the Bible you have mansions upon mansions, but man, the pastor guy live big and large, huh? Maybe I'm in the wrong damn business, man. You know what I'm saying? But I can't lie. I can't lie on the Lord, man. I can't lie to y'all with the Lord, man. No, I can't do. I don't want to be seen as a false prophet. Y'all gotta keep the love. You know what I'm saying? But that I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of tempting right now. Looking kind of real tempting if y'all could get a house like that, though. You know what I'm saying? But that pastor live there? Shit, I'm definitely in the wrong business. Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes. Maybe I should go ahead and join you snakes. Let's continue. I want to know with that.
See, this is the one I'm worried about. Look at that. Look at the roof. The Swift African Methodist Episcopal Church. This is the bishop's house. This is the bishop's residence for the AME Church. So just like on the Gold Coast, we got the Catholic Church has the Archbishop's mansion. This is the bishop's residence for the African Methodist Episcopal Church here on the south side of Chicago. And look at this sign. There used to be a laundry here. This is a laundry dry cleaning service. It's called the Best Drive-In. It was a drive-in laundry. It had a clock. All that's left is the sign. See, this is the one I'm worried about. Look at that. Look at the roof. The Swift Mansion. This is called the Swift Mansion.
If anyone needs their 7 laughs today, just remember that U.S. Senator Stephen Douglas, who wanted more slavery, wanted to spread more of it, is buried in Bronzeville. And that always makes me chuckle, because a man whose wife owned slaves because of her family, as well as benefited directly from Mississippi plantation labor, is buried in one of the largest Black communities in the country. Some say the largest right after Harlem. And it makes me happy to know that he is consistently choking on the smell of fried onions from the White Castle on 35th. Because, baby, if that ain't hell for a white man that wanted more slavery, I don't know what is than being buried around a bunch of us. Just saying.
Oh, what she
If
say?
anyone needs their 7 laughs today, just remember that U.S. Senator Stephen Douglas, who wanted more slavery, wanted to spread more of it, is buried in Bronzeville. And that always makes me chuckle, because a man whose wife owned slaves because of her family, as well as benefited directly from Mississippi plantation labor, is buried in one of the largest Black communities in the country. Some say the largest right after Harlem. And it makes me happy to know that he is consistently choking on the smell of fried onions from the White Castle on 35th. Because, baby, if that ain't hell for a white man that wanted more slavery, I don't know what is than being buried around a bunch of us. Just saying.
You know, I used to work at that White Castles on 35th and King Drive. That's the one she talking about on 35th Street, the one on 35th and King Drive. I used to work there. That makes my heart sing. Like just to know that a racist motherfucker who want to keep my people down in the chains of slavery gotta go ahead and smell them fucking onions, even the jacked up barbecue from let me stop. The Kenny's ribs is pretty good, but you know what I'm saying. Yep. It makes my heart sing. But they ain't no different than white people. Yeah. He said, that's what Detroit 313 said. Oh yeah, White Castle B5 though. I hear Harlem isn't the same as it used to be, but hey, nothing wrong with a visit anyway. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. Oh, Harlem. Ain't none the same like it used to be. You could bet that, never gotta skip that. Yeah, we got over a dozen statues. Look, we got 15 feet tall statue that represents thousands of African Americans who migrated here to the city of Chicago in the early 20th century. See, the Chicago Defender put an APB out there in the newspapers and told people like my pops and people prior about all the opportunities that was up here in the North. You know what I'm saying? That's what they called Chicago back then, the North. New York, Chicago, Detroit, Gary. You know what I'm saying? Throw Gary in there. Gary was a thriving city once upon a time ago. So, unbeknownst to them, though, they wanted to escape Jim Crow. They get up north. The white people was not just as friendly as the ones they had left just in the South, but at least they'll try to be just a little friendly if the money is right. That's about it. Other than that, shit. And over eventually a time when the industries left away the city, you know what I'm saying, the steel plants, the auto plants, the stockyards, all the industries started leaving. Man, black men had a pot to piss in a window, throw it out of for a while. Then came gangs, and then came crack. Yeah, that was all she wrote.
could be the match, I will be a few. Painter, baby, you could be the muse. I'm the reporter, baby, you could be the news. Cause you're the cigarette, and I'm the smoker.
You could bet that, never gotta see.
You know that at one point, the country's first film by a black filmmaker was shown in the theater that sat right there? That's right.
But while the Pekin Theater did show William Foster's 1913 film, The Railroad Porter, it was the State's Theater, originally located a few blocks away near 35th and State, where the film actually premiered. Foster, however, is credited with starting the country's first black-owned film company right here in the Chi. Formed in 1910, the Foster Photoplay Company was the first film company to feature an all-black cast and producer, with Foster often self-funding his films. While this company was short-lived, and sadly his films are believed to no longer exist, Foster indeed paved the way for a long line of future black filmmakers, including me.
Peace.
Detroit, who's who? The TikTok guy or the guy he was talking about who did the black film? Yep, yeah, that happened too. Yep. Yeah, that started happening more in the 50s and 60s. Yep. But I'll play it again if that was you talking about this guy right here.
You know that at one point, the country's first film by a black filmmaker was shown in the theater that sat right there? That's right.
But while the Pekin Theater did show William Foster's 1913 film, The Railroad Porter, it was the state.
The statue. The statue represented. The statue represented the thousands upon thousands of blacks, especially the black men at Kansas City, Chicago, in hopes of dreams. It was symbolizing that statue right there. They all had that same particular style, that look. They came here with their hat, bright-eyed, nice coat, had that nice suitcase with that last piece of chicken that was put in the shoebox, with the mashed potatoes and everything, given to their mama, just in case he got hungry on that long trip to Chicago, and try to make do what they do.
State's Theater, originally located a few blocks away near 35th and State, where the film actually premiered.
Man, I know that street so well, man. I ain't never knew that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is great to hear right here. You know what I'm saying?
Foster, however, is credited with starting the country's first black-owned film company right here in the Chi. Formed in 1910, the Foster Photoplay Company was the first film company to feature an all-black cast and producer, with Foster often self-funding his films. While this company was short-lived, and sadly his films are believed to no longer exist, Foster indeed paved the way for a long line of future black filmmakers, including me.
Peace.
Man, look at these beautiful gray stones. See, y'all got brownstones up in New York. We got gray stones, and we got some brownstones too, but we known for our gray stones here in the city of Chicago. Our bungalows, our gray stones. You know what I'm saying? The city architecture is pretty much one of the most beautiful things that I love about the city. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I'll still be on like in people's neighborhoods and look at some of these beautiful architectures as y'all see, and I was be looking like, damn.
Baby, the time is here and now. Can you come around? Baby.
Man, I'll do so much one. I won't even touch the wood. I won't even. If I could get this crib right here. Look, man, hold on. This like a work of art right here, man. Man, you see that? You see how that staircase and everything? I would just go ahead and just keep well, I'll probably get rid of the what's the names, like the wallpaper and stuff like that, update that, but I would not touch that flow. Then put that plastic wood, fake wood bullshit. They've been trying to go ahead and rip people off with that so-called looking shit like that. Yeah. I know, Monique. How you doing tonight, though? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this right here, this is top of the line. There you.
Baby, the time is here and now. Can you come?
Yeah, see that bathroom, that tub. You know, I might go ahead and I might update just like a different. You don't get like a shower attachment to it, but yeah, keep that tub. You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
Look at that fireplace, though, man.
Lisa.
Born on this day in Chicago in 1924, world-class flamboyant genre-defined the pianist Dorothy Donegan. She could play masterful jazz, classical, and everything between. Bronzeville. Trying to get copyrighted, but shout out to her. They will copyright me even if she playing a little piano piece. That's crazy.
He was out of breath, but he kept on dancing all night. Try admit.
That's a victory monument. That's another statue right there. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn the music down. You know what I'm saying? These people want to play these weak ass songs. So you got the victory monument, you got the Walk of Fame. You know what I'm saying? These are a lot of people that used to live here, that lived in Bronzeville. Hold on. So you got Ferdinand Lee Barnett, who was once married to Ida B. Wells Barnett, you know what I'm saying, a civil rights leader and whatnot. Then you got Carter G. Woodson, the guy that made the novel The Miseducation of the Negro. And I believe he's responsible for Black History Month in itself. Don't quote me on that last one. I probably was wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure I know he wrote the Miseducation of the Negro. Yeah, we just got to be talking about the monument to the Great Migration. Yep. Yeah, they ain't doing nothing.
If you're from the Midwest and you just
Yo, did you know that the 1980 sitcom 227 is actually based on a stage play called 227 that originated right here in Chicago? Check it out.
The show 227 was adapted from a stage play written by Christine Houston that she says she did on a dare while she was at Kennedy King College. Premiering in 1977 entitled 227, the story was originally set in the 1950s in Chicago and was meant to be a period piece based on the Bronzeville neighborhood where she grew up. Christine even stated that some of the characters from the TV series, such as Marla Gibbs and Regina King, starred in the stage play before the show was picked up by NBC in 1985.
Did y'all know that?
Mrs. Houston sold the film and television rights to 227.
The 1986.
So yeah. See, again, Chicago is the place to be. I sometimes can't stand this place because of some of the inhabitants. Some of you damn animals do make the place look bad. But other than that, I love the history of my city. You know what I'm saying? Because we inspire other things for other cities and other what's the names. So the show 227 was actually inspired by Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all welcome. Y'all welcome. Hell, you know, Married with Children was filmed here and shot in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But Al Bundy was actually inspired by a black man that actually wrote, you know what I'm saying, on the show. So when you see Al Bundy on Married with Children, he's an honorary black man. Yeah, you heard of it, the show 227. Yeah. That's what the show with Jack Hay, a fine young Regina King with them damn green. Oh my God, damn, Jesus. Well, what Scarface say about them eyes, man?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
They never lie, Chico. They never lie. When I was a kid, I would love to go ahead and get Regina King. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I digress. The Great Migration was based on throwing the indigenous into being Negro. Yep.
Sitcom 227 is actually based on a stage play called 227 that originated right here in Chicago. Check it out.
The show 227 was adapted from a stage play written by Christine Houston that she says she did on a dare while she was at Kennedy King College. Premiering in 1977.
I went to Kennedy King College. I was about to get a worker's degree in criminal justice again. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kennedy King, though. You know what I'm saying? Named after not John F. Kennedy, but actual Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King, because it was deleted the same year. So they named the city of Chicago college after them, which is still in Inglewood, right up the, you know what I'm saying, right in the different part where it was from its original location on 69th Street. It's now right there on 63rd and Halstead, where the famous shopping center used to be at.
Entitled 227. The story was originally set in the 1950s in Chicago and was meant to be a period piece based on the Bronzeville neighborhood where she grew up. Christine even stated that some of the characters from the TV series, such as Marla Gibbs and Regina King, starred in the stage play before the show was picked up by NBC in 1985. Though Mrs. Houston sold the film and television rights to 227, she was, however, kept on as a writer and consultant to 227. I recently got a chance to cover the story along with colleague NBC Chicago's Leanne Trotter. I also not only got a chance to meet Mrs. Houston and her talented cast, but I also checked out the stage play as well at the ETA Creative Arts Foundation located on Chicago's South Side. While the play is somewhat different from the adapted TV show, 227 is indeed historic and is definitely a must-see.
There you have it. Another television and film classic started right here in Chicago. Continue to follow me and hit me up in the comments with more suggestions. Peace. Yo, did you know that the
I don't know much about Chicago, and I want to start a series of me learning about Chicago and teaching you about the history because I'm from here. But if you ask me anything about Chicago, girl, I don't know anything. And I do know some things, but I get frantic when people ask me questions. I don't want to be a disgrace no more. So let me tell you about the history, the tea that I learned today. So first off, what's getting me is that when they built this place, when they built Chicago, they were having issues because they had cut down all of this lumber. They had all of this lumber, and really what made Chicago booming was the railroad system that they had developed. And so they were shipping out wood everywhere so people could develop their towns, especially like in the Midwest, which made Chicago a booming place. And then they were also producing a lot of the meat. And, you know, they're taking the meat apart, they're taking these animals, they're doing all this stuff, which
Yeah, the Chicago stockyard. That's where my father, my uncles, some of my cousins, daddies used to work at, and it still stinks. At that area between like 40 like 50th going to 43rd, between Ashland and going yeah man. Ooh-wee, man, it still stinks over there. When it get cold and you go around there, so it's cold and you smell that. Damn.
Which causes a lot of sewage, a lot of pollution, a lot of different things like that. And so it became a really big problem because kids were, you know, playing with maggots. They were playing with, you know, rats, and all that other stuff was just all over the place. And it was just nasty. And so what they decided to do was to elevate the buildings. But mind you, all of the buildings are made out of wood. They're elevating these buildings up to 10 feet. They're putting a sewage system and, you know, trying to filter everything. And that, you know, worked for a little bit of time, and it kept trying to fix things, right? Then they I don't know how they did this, but they basically shift the river or whatever to then go into like the Mississippi River. I don't know how to explain that. That was already crazy to me because what they were not touching on is like, okay, so where's all this sewage going? Is it just going to other states and tainting their towns? This is how we lead into the Great Fire, like the Great Chicago Fire, because everything was made out of wood. And so a barn caught on fire, the wind took it and it spreaded it everywhere. And the only places that were not that affected.
Yep. If y'all know the story of Chicago Fire, supposedly Miss O'Leary's cow at night in a barn knocked over one of Lance's and basically everything just went poof, allegedly. Allegedly.
Was like basically where they did had all the factories, they had all the lumber, all their railroad systems were not affected. So they were still able to rebuild the city. They were still able to ship out things to people. But this really made Chicago a pioneer when it came to like the railroad system and shipping everything out, and really also was the stepping stones for like Amazon, Sears, and stuff all like that. But yeah, I have way more that I learned, but this video can only be so long. And I also want to get into the architecture, the art of Chicago, and probably also just walk around Chicago and go into these places and actually look at them and talk about it. Babes, by the end of this, I want to know everything about Chicago that's fascinating, that's beautiful, because I know nothing about my city, and I know that's a shame. So other than that, like and follow for more. Ciao.
History of Chicago. Chicago has played a significant role in shaping American economic, cultural, and political landscapes since the 1850s, establishing itself as the largest city in the Midwest by the 1880 census. Its history traces back to the late 17th century, with French explorers and fur traders interacting with Potawatomi Native Americans. Among the earliest settlers was Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable.
Yeah, black man. Yeah. A black man discovered Chicago. Yeah. Possible tether, but we'll take him.
He built a home at the mouth of the Chicago River in the late 18th century. Despite setbacks, such as the expulsion of settlers in 1812, the city was formally incorporated in 1837. Its growth surged due to real estate speculation and its strategic position within the transportation network. Despite the devastation of the 1871 fire, Chicago flourished, emerging as a national rail center and a hub for industry, commerce, finance, education, and culture. It attracted diverse European immigrants and later African American, Mexican, and Puerto Rican migrants. Despite deindustrialization after 1970, Chicago maintained its importance as a financial and transportation hub, nurturing political leaders like Stephen A. Douglas, Adlai Stevenson, and Barack Obama. Please share your comments below and suggest which city I should cover next. History of Chicago. Chicago.
Did you know that in the USA, only 9% of Americans eat enough vegetables daily, and only about 21% eat enough fruit daily? And y'all, that's causing all types of health issues compounded on the issues we already face as a community and country. Like, we live in nature, but we have quicker access to fast food than we do fresh produce. And you know that's exacerbated in our communities because we are prone to live in fresh food deserts. But this Bronzeville, Chicago city market right here is a solution, y'all. So if you just so happen to be in Chicago and driving down 47th Street on a Sunday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., I need you to stop on King Drive and visit this city market sponsored by the city of Chicago and the Urban Canopy. Now, let me know, are you a part of the 91% that ain't getting enough vegetables? Tell the truth, y'all. Did you know that in the
Yeah.
The IW Wells housing projects were the first housing projects built in Chicago exclusively for African Americans. Let's talk about that history. Constructed in the late 1930s and completed in 1941, the IW Wells housing projects were named for pioneering data journalist IW Wells. Because of the very legal restrictive racial covenants of the time, housing projects for African Americans needed to be constructed in African American neighborhoods. Before the 1940s, African Americans were pretty much boxed into the Bronzeville neighborhood due to those restrictive racial covenants. And even though the IW Wells housing projects were going to be constructed inside of the Black neighborhood, people like the president of the Chicago YMCA Board of Directors thought that the projects were too close to white neighborhoods. When the wells were completed in 1941, the community celebrated as the apartments were needed. Bronzeville was really overcrowded. A place designed for about 100,000 people had about 300,000 people living there.
Man,
the IW Wells homes
were
needed. Bronzeville was really overcrowded. A place designed for about 100,000 people had about 300,000 people living.
Imagine 300,000 Black people in a location. You know what I'm saying? Multiple families. Probably sharing one apartment at a time and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shit was critical up here.
There. The IW Wells homes would be the crown jewel of Bronzeville throughout the 1950s and 60s. Like a lot of Chicago housing projects during the 1980s, the place fell into disrepair due to the lack of maintenance, lack of investment, and gang problems. Eventually in 1995, HUD would take over the projects and they would decide to tear them down, displacing an entire community. While the well certainly had problems, it also was a neighborhood full of dope people who went on to do dope stuff. The IW Wells housing projects were the first housing projects built in Chicago. If you grew up in Chicago, there's a 1 in 3 chance that you grew up in one of these, a bungalow. The word bungalow comes from bungalow, which was the type of houses that British folks lived in while they were in India. The American version was made famous out in California as a sort of vacation home. And yes, you could have had that built from the ground for $3,000. As Chicago expanded beyond downtown, most of the area looked like this. Either you had enough money for this, or you and your family lived in one of these. With the addition of streetcar lines and train lines, neighborhoods started to grow. Land developers started buying up those farms and subdividing the area. But Chicago had very specific lot size requirements. Couple that with the restrictions from the Chicago fire and a lot of stuff needing to be built by brick, bungalows were perfect. We call it the bungalow belt based on how it looks on the map. There are several different types, but they're all Chicago. If you grew up in Chicago, there's a 1.
Yep, them bungalows, baby, them bungalows. They're everywhere.
Now, you got to describe Henry Horner Homes.
Well, the Henry Horner Homes is a public housing complex that was built in the mid-1950s, and it's a stretch of 8 blocks, and they're just concrete buildings, and they were built on the cheap. They were built as a massive national housing program, and as you go into the buildings, you can see how they were built on the cheap. The walls are made out of cinder block. The walls of the bedrooms were cinder block. The the elevators are all, there's no door, no lobby. There's just a tunnel that runs through the building. So there's no buzzer system, no anybody comes and goes as easily as the wind. And there's the elevators are exposed to the elements, and the elevators now, which often don't run, are made out of this steel. It's like going into a steel trap when you go into the.
You heard that, y'all? Y'all hear that? Y'all, man, people used to live like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't believe I've been in the Horners, you know what I'm saying? We call it a Triple H for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Henry Horner homes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I heard stories.
Into these elevators. And they're all high rises. I mean, they just stack people on top of each other. So it's just awfully crowded. And they've done very little work on these buildings since the 1950s. It's been.
And they're in the midst of this violence. There is that because the drug wars and the gang, the disciples and the vice lords. And if one kid walk with a cap turned to the left in the wrong neighborhood, he's liable to get shot.
Kwame Cosby, what up, baby?
It's pervasive, isn't it?
No, quite very pervasive. I mean, even the young children have to sort of make some decision early on as to what section of the neighborhood they're going to be able to go and not to go. Lafayette and Farrell, for example, won't cross over the Damon Avenue, which is sort of the dividing line between the two gangs.
It was the west side of Chicago near the Jane Addams homes. There was trouble. There were some black kids and Latino kids, some Greek and Italian kids, little trouble. And I wandered about there. Not as you did, so much knowing the kids. Mine was a kind of a haphazard 3-4 day venture. And
yeah, I might come back for that west side story. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be part of the west side. What's the name? So,
Chicago wasn't founded by a Haitian? Who said that? Why is the statue so small? Why do we only have one in the city of Chicago? Why don't we have them on the west side, on the south side, on the north side, everywhere? Why are we not educating people on the founder of this city? It should be in all school curriculums. We're standing here right now next to the statue of Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, the founder of Chicago, who settled here in Chicago and created the first trade post in this beautiful city. So let's talk about Haitian greatness. Let's talk about the founder of Chicago, a brother, African, Haitian, Caribbean, for the people, from the people. Big up Chicago, black founded city. Let's stand on it. Let's speak the truth. All power to the people. One love. Bless up. Big up, man. All power to the people. We up.
yeah, I mean, you can claim black, bro, you know what I'm saying? Same time, though, yeah, John Baptiste de Sable was the first black trapper in Chicago, so yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Yeah, we never did though.
Let's go. Chicago wasn't founded by a Haitian?
Have you ever wondered why Chicago's so big, or how you could be on the same street and go in and out of the Chicago territories? The answer is annexation. What you see in blue are Chicago's original boundaries: Wood Street on the west, the lake on the east, North Avenue on the north, and 22nd Street or Cermak on the south. Before the Chicago fire, towns were annexed by a legislative vote down in Springfield. Because of all the commerce created by the Chicago fire, Chicago was booming. Led by the innovation of many industrialists, our sewage system, our utilities, and our public transportation was cheaper and more efficient. So neighboring towns, they decided to vote themselves into Chicago. Places like Hyde Park, the town of Lakeview, and Jefferson all joined. Some kept prohibition districts. During that same period, we were gaining a reputation for alcohol and crime, so places like Oak Park and Cicero voted not to join Chicago. And that's why you can't speed on 87th Street. Have you ever?
Hell no.
Chicago was founded by a black man, Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. Born around 1745 to an African mother and a French father, du Sable was a man ahead of his time. Educated in Paris, he later became a seaman, traveling to New Orleans before settling along the Chicago River in 1779. There, he established a settlement that would eventually grow into one of the world's most iconic cities. Du Sable's settlement became a hub for fur trading, farming, and commerce. Known for his strong relationships with Native American tribes, he helped build a thriving community that attracted traders and travelers alike. But despite his significant contributions, DuSable faced immense challenges. His land was stolen in a property dispute by John Kinsey, a man history often falsely credits as Chicago's founder. By the time DuSable died in 1818, he was in poverty and largely forgotten. Incredibly, Chicago didn't name a single street after him until 2022, a glaring oversight for a man whose vision laid the city's foundation. Today, Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable's legacy stands as a powerful reminder of Chicago's multicultural roots and the overlooked contributions of Black pioneers. His story is one of resilience, ingenuity, and the enduring impact of his work. Chicago was founded by a Black man.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Even, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like to come back home. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they leave, but they always got to come right back. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop that. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's look at some of our very own. Yeah, dig. Let's look at some of our very own.
It's empty, but hey, we own it.
Already.
Limousine in the hood. Already. Okay. Already. You want to pick the CTA? The days of days on the CTA. Of course, we still ride the CTA. Of course, that's how we do it. It's empty, but hey, we own it. You don't know transfer. It's the original limousine. Already. Limousine in the hood. Already.
Yeah, that was the Tate brothers. That was the Tate brothers, you know what I'm saying? The Renz Tate and them, you know what I'm saying? West Side's very own, you know what I'm saying? West folk on you know what I'm saying? Yeah, folk on the look. Hold on. Let's get back to the content.
Because I love Black wealth and Black Chicago so much. I took it upon myself the other day when I went to school to take the long route. Ironically, the Stony Island bus rerouted and took Martin Luther King Drive all the way down to the South Loop, which brought me here. You see how much I love you all? I have really done the research. So I'm taking you to this corner right here. It's next to this McDonald's over there across from McCormick Place. Right here, 25th Martin Luther King Drive. You see it at the bottom. This little lot right here is not even for lease. It's for sale. You can own this right here on this corner. Now, I also took it upon myself to try to hit the little arrow so you can see what's surrounding the area. We fresh off of Bronzeville. More Black businesses right here in Bronzeville. I'm giving you all different views because we all can collectively agree. Look, I would much rather go on an excursion through Lower Wacker Drive than to try to find parking on 53rd Street or around 53rd Street. So y'all know right here we got the hospital. I think I'm working on trying to get on. Okay, the condition of this is when we gotta take some accountability because there's so much trash and garbage and my thing is if you gonna own this private property, who owns this private property here, clean that stuff up, man. Like if you're not gonna be in the community, give it to the community that can do something with this land. We can, you know what I'm saying? Have that for like this parking lot empty, Joe. It's so much stuff we can do right here. Look at the location. See, I'm just trying to put my people on. Because if I had the funds to do it, I would definitely do it. But I want us to take these opportunities. Because again, can't nothing else fit on 53rd Street. So as we keep going further in, we are getting closer to Hyde Park, but we still in Bronzeville, and that's still our hood. You feel me? So boom, you see right off of here, you going straight on Lakeshore Drive, bro. Straight on Lakeshore Drive, bro. For everybody that's traveling to work, bam. So coming back, I'm taking you the other way because again, we busting down Martin Luther King Drive, turning this around, boom, 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 boom. Because I want you to see the possibilities of this space we could be using right here. Because we know we got the auto show every year right here. It's the car show right here. So depending on what you got going, you got this foot traffic. It's always foot traffic right here. That is still like for sale. It ain't even under negotiation. Yeah, we're still busting that shit. And then on top of that, we getting into the South Loop, fresh off of Bronzeville. I'm talking about we can keep it because I love Black wealth and Black Chicago so much. I took it upon my.
Yep.
The man credited for being the founder of Chicago might not be who you think.
During a terrible storm, a man and his wife in 1886 were traveling across Lake Michigan and got caught on the side of Chicago.
Another episode.
Here's one crazy.
I think it's time for go ahead and talk about the beef. Pause. But yeah, let me go ahead and do the history of one of my favorite Chicago delicacies. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that video though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Should I play on the outro? Should I play Donnell Jones? I mean, he's Chicagoan, but I got a little problem with Donnell. No personal. It's a little personal, you know. Yeah, he kind of did something to my homeboy back in the day. None nasty tip, but yeah. I mean, I like his music though, still though, but yeah. Donnell Jones. You know what's up. Which one? Did I got the right one? Yep. Here we go, right here. Hold on. Yep. So let's go ahead and talk more about
Italian beef, the authentic Chicago sandwich.
A lot of beef. I love it. Sweet bell peppers. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about one of my favorite delicacies. You know what I'm saying? Last week we was talking about that beautiful deep dish pizza. And you know, I forgot to mention, I forgot to drop some names of locations. So my bad. Illuminati's, Geno's East, Illuminati, Giordano's. How can I forget Giordano's? Home run in Uno. There's a whole bunch of pizza place. Phil's, Italian Fiesta. Yeah, we know for our pizza. Damn, that's another one. Not what they are goes to. That's a Southside classic. Low key. What's in there? Hold on. That's another place. Around that what's the name too? Around that 22nd place too that she was just talking about in the last video. Let me see. Paisanos. That's what it's called. Paisanos, you know what I'm saying, ranked number 8 in the country for their thin crust pizza. But we about to go ahead and talk about another Chicago delicacy, another tasty, especially with the French bread, you know, dipped in the juices, the shredded beef with the hot peppers. I don't give it down. They say you ain't supposed to put cheese on it. I say I don't give it down. We gotta have cheese on that shit. I'm sorry. But let's talk about it.
Italian beef, the authentic Chicago sandwich.
A lot of beef. I love it. Sweet bell peppers. Wow, look at that. Ta-da!
Whether it's dry, dipped, fully dunked, or as they say, baptized, it all started in the Windy City.
How beautiful is that?
Ask any Chicagoan where they can find the best Italian beef, and you're going to get a variety of passionate answers. But
Not
there's
all,
one
not
Chicago
all.
family that's been doing it for more than 40 years.
There's Joe, Carlo, John, Jimmy, and Don. And if you say those 5 names, you hit everybody.
Meet the Bonavolontos. You likely know them as Bona Beef.
This is truly about family, isn't it?
You may have heard earlier, but it was always my dad's dream to be in business with his sons
43 years later, not only is he in business with his sons, but his 19 grandchildren.
Dad is Joe Bonavolanto. He and his wife Peggy started Bona Beef in 1981 after taking out a second mortgage on their home. And Joe Sr. actually dug the foundation of their very first restaurant in Berwyn. The goal was to have the family work together, so the 5 brothers minus their sister became the names and faces of Bona Beef, and they're still slicing up the recipe Dad and Mom perfected decades ago.
We use a top
I
sirloin.
mean, it's Italian
The top
beef.
sirloin is the most flavorful.
I mean, that's where you get the name from.
Cook and slice about 5 million pounds of beef a year.
This plant in
I mean, that's they what's in there, but we all eat it.
Bedford Park is where everything is made and packaged. Ask them the secret to their success, and they'll tell you it's all about the gravy made from the beef drippings, released when the meat is slow roasted to perfection.
They're so passionate about this Italian beef that we kid around. We say that them two have beef gravy running through their veins and not.
Yes, we do. That beef gravy run through our veins. Yeah. See, I don't understand, man. See, we known for our food. You'll gain 20 pounds just coming here. I know what you're trying to say. I'll get fat eating it. Yes. You will gain 5 pounds coming here, and you'll thank us for it. Yes. KJ Eternal 22. Yes, sir. You hit it right on the head. The monster. Yes. With hey, hot peppers or sweet peppers, KJ? Hey, y'all hit the cat. Hold on, man. I'm in a spin game. I've been talking issue all this time and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't begging y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know I've been halfway a little decent, a little halfway.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to choose to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App, $MISTRO070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content.
My man, the hot peppers. Yes. Let's continue.
And not blood. So our Italian beef goes through a process. It takes about 6 hours to cook.
It's packaged and sold to retail and restaurants. But over the years, the company has grown with 36 restaurants that offer a lot more than Italian beef. And 3 generations of family members are now involved.
It's really the
Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this. I'm getting hungry. I just literally came from White Castles earlier, and I'm back fucking hungry again. Yeah, you right, Monique. You know what? I've been trying to work out and trying to hit the what's the name, the push-ups and shit before I hit the gym or whatnot. But now looking at all this I might have to talk about the pizza puff next week. Yeah, strange history. You know what I'm saying? Look, hold on. Oop, my bad. I'm tweaking. That's what you get for smoking weed late at night. But I love weed. I love ganja.
Italian beef, right? It's a big Chicago thing. Is it really frowned upon that we can't have cheese on it? And like, explain the dip situation. Like,
and the Italian beef started because people didn't have money, right? And they had this meat, and they had all these people to feed, and they're like, how do we feed all these people with this one chunk of meat? You slice it paper thin, you throw it in the juice to heat it up. Like, cheese wasn't an option. You know what I mean?
yeah, like 2 slices of provolone wouldn't hurt it, right?
Beautiful, yeah. Cheesy beef.
What about if we do a provolone whiz? We just melt down some provolone.
A can of whipped provolone.
If I'm gonna order it, I'm gonna order it easy.
Hey KJ, I might have to try that provolone. Now sound too bad. Mozzarella still a go, but that provolone,
Eat that, right? Because I want to be able to eat it.
So I just ordered a half dip. Is that easy?
Let me go back.
Dip, right? Because I want to. If I'm gonna order it, I'm gonna order it easy dip, right? Because I want to be able to eat it.
So I just
Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. It looked like it really dipped. It was probably the dry kind, but it was dipped. You know what I'm saying? Be all juicy everywhere. The gravy be up. But let's look at that beauty right there. It looked like it ain't fully dipped. You know, he probably got a half dip.
ordered a half dip. Is that easy dip?
Perfect. Yeah.
Italian beef.
Yeah.
Right. It's a big Chicago thing. Is it really?
Hey, so I'm on my way to have my favorite Italian beef sandwich in Chicago. And even though this spot has been here since the 70s.
Look at
hey,
that.
so I'm on my way to have my favorite.
Look at that. Look at that. See, Philadelphia, you got your cheesesteaks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all cheesesteaks. And you know what I'm saying? We kind of adopted it too. I ain't gonna lie. We kind of Chicago-fied it, nigga-fied it too. So we got the Chicago. See, we call it Chicago Philly cheesesteak. So we still give y'all credence, but we got the Chicago Italian beef, bro. That's nothing like it. You don't get no better than this. I'm just saying. Yeah, Kwame Kaju. You know what I'm saying? I was wrenching you up too. Yeah, man. So, yeah, Portillo's do be, bro. And I be trying to tell them I know how y'all try to play me on what's the name, man. So I need it, but Portillo's is $5 though. That's the crazy thing about it, KJ. It's $5, but you gotta get it extra dip. I forgot the place around I think it's called Toadies. You get the big old pad, you get the pad. Y'all know how y'all get the pad of chicken? Y'all know how y'all get a pad of chicken? They got Philly chicken sandwiches and Italian beefs like that with a whole pad of fries for $30. No problem. But look at that beauty right there.
Favorite Italian beef sandwich in Chicago.
And look at that. You gotta dip it right. See, you see how you doing that? You see how you doing that right there? That's how you fully dip the motherfucker right there in the fucking gravy. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. Let me show you how you do this
so
shit.
I'm on my way to have my favorite Italian beef sandwich in Chicago.
Hey, you restaurateurs out there that specializes or try to sell Italian beef. When we say we want that motherfucker dip, that's what we talking about. We want that motherfucker dip straight like that.
Chicago. And even though this spot has been here since the 70s.
Man, hold on, man.
Sandwich in Chicago. And even though this
look at that motherfucker, man. Yeah, my pause game is impeccable. Yeah. Ooh, what you was doing some squats, Bodie? What you doing some squats? You doing some lunges? What you was doing? Yeah, Kwame Kwaji. I know. We know for our food, baby.
spot has been here since the 70s. I feel like not a lot of people go here for the beef, but they should. The spot is called Bari Foods.
What's up?
So my name is Brendan Nimoy. I'm the owner of Bari Foods.
How long has this recipe been?
Go ahead, chef
Ever
Bari
since
Foods
my
out.
great-grandfather has been here. He started Bari in 1973. We home make our meatballs. We home make our Italian sausage. Italian beef is homemade. Our giardiniera is homemade. This is going to have to cook for about 3 hours.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
So pretty much everyone here is... How old are you?
I'm 25.
Damn. That's what a 25-year-old look like. That's Gen Z. Wait. You mean tell me this kid right here, I mean, this young man was born in 2000. And he looked close to my... And I like all them genres right there. You dance to like some type of samba type of thing, zamba, what that is. That's what's up though. Salsa. I like the salsa that you burn a lot of calories doing salsa. And yeah, that's salsa. Bro. White people be aging like avocados for real.
So pretty much everyone here's worked here since you were a kid.
Oh yeah, I used to run up and down the aisles, and they used to, watch me, laugh at me. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
And then where do you dip it?
Oh my God. Well, at least he knows something how to do something right.
Dip it right in the beef juice.
You dip it
right, just like that. Boom.
Thanks, man.
I mean, anytime. Thank you.
All right, so here it is. Last time I had this is the best sandwich I've ever had in my life. Oh, baby. It's currently 9 in the morning, but I don't care.
Yeah, but out in the morning.
I can't even think. For me, it's just the texture that I love of like the soft bread. It's a bit soggy. It's very juicy.
Yes.
And then hot jardinera.
Yeah.
Adding acidity and spice. And then it just becomes a harmonious, perfect sandwich. This is the other half. My body's telling me no, but my face is telling me yes. I will put this sandwich up against any beef sandwich in America. Comment down below if you think anything could possibly be better than this. Follow me for more stories about people and food.
I will go ahead and be checking out what's that Bari 1120 West Grand. I know exactly what that said. I know exactly. You're gonna be the death of me one day.
Yo, it's your boy Wacko the Kid. I'm here with my brother Bone.
And of course, KJ, we gotta talk about number one. We gotta talk about Al's beef, man. Chicago staple. You know what I'm saying? We know we on in the nigga community. We got our own little favorite places. We got the Italian beefs and whatnot, but we gotta represent the staple of Chicago, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's go and talk about the number one Italian beef spot besides Portillo's. You know what I'm saying? We got Al's beef. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and take a look at Al's. Pause.
Yo, it's your boy Wacko the Kid. I'm here with my brother Bones, the owner of Al's Beef. We're here in Chicago on Taylor Street. And for my whole entire platform that doesn't know how important the Italian beef sandwich is to the history of Chicago and the culture, I'm here to show you guys just how special it is.
It's time to buy another safe. I'm running out of space. So many talented people, they let it go.
This is what we're gonna do. It's Italian beef sandwich right here. Put it on, take it off, heat it up. Slightly dipped. This gentleman wants it. Then the jardinier goes on top. Okay, and then we're ready.
Y'all are witnessing greatness right now. Let me just tell you that. Now let's see what it's talking about.
Let me tell you what you mean to me. Let me tell you what you mean to me. Jumping off of my island and it called.
Yo, it's your boy Wacko the Kid. I'm here with my brother Bones, the owner of Al's.
Man, you said 10 out of 10.
I was wrong, y'all, but now I'm educated. This is the most Chicagoan thing in Italian beef from the Triple OG Al's Beef. I got a chance to check out the Taylor Street location and learn some Chicago history from the owner, Chris himself. He told me about how Italian beef started and also how Al's Beef began. And here's a snippet of what he had to say.
It started with my family. My grandfather's the inventor of Italian beef. He sold sandwiches on the street because back in them days, there was no restaurants for poor people.
How y'all like y'all Italian beef? Oh, well, I like mine with jardinera peppers, dip, Wet, the Chicago way. This is the kind of sandwich you got to eat standing up and hunched over so you don't get the juices on your clothes. And you know you got to get it with the fries and a dark drink. Now, if you put whiskey in it, that's your preference. Y'all know I love Chicago, and it was a great experience learning about some city history in an iconic dish and restaurant. They were so nice enough to send me home with an Al's beef meal kit so I can make Italian beefs at home. It came with the buns, the au jus, the beef, and even the peppers. Definitely make sure you check out the originators of the Italian beef and tell them Shaniki sent you. I was wrong, y'all, but now I'm educated. This is the most Chicagoan thing, an Italian beef.
Yeah, do that for. I gotta go to Al's beef. Man. Damn, all right. Yeah, the show. What's the name? Wait, what?
Women. Forget everything you've heard.
Oh yeah, we got content.
Men
yeah, we got content coming up on this subject. I might just give y'all a little taste of that. Hold on, let me see if I got any more. I don't think I got any more. The Italian beef tales. Pause. Do I got any more Italian beef? No. Nope. Maybe I go give you a little bit one more Chicago thing. Nah, I think that's it. Oh wait, I got one more thing.
Y'all, I can't believe this. I grew up on this block on the far south side of Chicago and had no idea that I lived about 5 minutes away from one of the most prominent underground railroad stops in all of Illinois. You know what? Let me show you what I mean. The Ton Farm is an underground railroad site that sits on the Little Calumet River at the southern edge of the city of Chicago at 134th and St. Lawrence on the grounds of the historic Black-owned Chicago's finest marina. This site was founded by a Dutch migrant named John Ton, who, after migrating to what is now Roseland, Chicago, and achieving success, decided to contribute to the growing abolitionist movement in the area. Using his farm as an underground railroad stop in the 1850s and 60s, John would help shelter Black folks before they departed to their next stop in Hammond, Indiana. Including this farm and the surrounding counties, it is estimated that between 3,000 to as many as 4,500 enslaved people seeking freedom passed through northeastern Illinois from the 1820s through the onset of the Civil War. And I had no idea. Do you have a similar history in your hometown? Let me know in the comments.
All right, now let's go back to this this chick real quick. Hold on. Where the fuck she go? Damn it, hold on. I know I just passed it. Oh, here we go.
Japanese men love their Black women. Forget everything you've heard. I know they have all these Japanese beauty standards. Black women. Japanese men love their Black women.
Really? They love their Black women, beloved. Yeah, Ellis Island, all that good stuff. Don't forget about that so-called time period when the Moors was in Italy, in Rome and Sicily, right? The Italians and Sicilians, majority of them was blonde hair, blue eyed, right? Monique, until the Moors came there, and you see how they turned out now, right? Right. Shout out to the Moors. But let's continue.
Women. Forget everything you've heard. I know they have all these Japanese beauty standards, but trust me when I say they love their Black women. If you're single, get an Asian Cupid. Do whatever it is that you can. They love their Black women. If you're single, get an Asian Cupid. Do whatever it is that you have to do. These men are faithful. They're very family oriented, big into
I know she. Well, hold on. Well, what the? Why she lying like that?
Well, all the jokes can't be good. You've got to expect that once in a while.
No. What the? Hold on, man.
Business, and they're going to treat you right. Dating in Japan is crazy because you have Japanese men who will say and do things to you as a foreign woman that you know they 100% would never even consider doing to a Japanese woman. It isn't anything new. There's a lot of foreign women like myself who experience this with dating Japanese men.
Oh, so see, someone's gonna tell the truth. I know. I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun. But you know, it had come from the bonnet, weather, right? You know what I'm saying? The glasses, the bonnet. I find it ironic when they de-beautify themselves, they want to tell the truth, but when they dolled up, they got to tell lies. Damn. But I think that's gonna be the end of the show. I ain't about to go ahead and keep y'all here. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm glad I brought y'all around my city again. You know what I'm saying? Might do a fourth installment. Y'all go ahead and hit my email, hit me in the comment section. Now think about talking about another black part of Chicago. I might talk about the west side. You know what I'm saying? The west side tomorrow, the west side. Not tomorrow, but the next Chicago episode. Talk about that Chicago hot dog. Or pizza puff. Y'all decide the pizza puff or the hot dog. And you know, might do the another Chicago rail system. You know what I'm saying? The rail line is bad, but the blue line, you know what I'm saying? The blue line just as kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just as weird. I might talk about that. And got some more other content. Your boy trying to go ahead and stay consistent, trying to build it up that algorithm. Yo, share the content. You know, I'm trying to get up to at least 1,000 subscribers by June. You did. You know, trying to get that, you know what I'm saying, young monetization, get my watch time hours up. Hope y'all join my little pre-records, you know what I'm saying? It take a lot of time to edit, trying to get more creative with the effects and whatnot, trying to get my words right, trying to make sure I got the flow and shit straight. But you grew up I grew up with girls half black and half Japanese. Okay. But again, before I go, I want to go ahead and say this has been.
This is an American Douchebag Productions.
Also, again, if you want to choose to donate after the stream,
like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to choose to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App, $MISTRO070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content.
Kwame Kaja, I was stationed in Japan. The women love black men. Of course, I know. All right, hold on. Let me see what my boy Chaos Rain want to go ahead and talk about real quick. Links in chat.
All right, miss. How you doing, brother? How's
everything? What's going on? Chaos. Salute to you, bro.
How you doing? Okay. Hey, you know, you should be able to monetize now at this criteria. Now, all you need is the watch time, and they will grant you monetization.
Really?
you forgot they lowered the requirements now. They did that for almost the end of last year. All you need is 500 subs and 3,000 hours. Like, you know how they said 4,000 is now down to 3,000. Go check your student out. Check how much hours you have. Can you check now on your phone?
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and look, take a look, see right now. Okay. All right. Yeah, it says 3,000 for watch hours. Yeah, I got half of that, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta keep on doing that.
So how much more watch hours you need left? What's the projection?
I got 1,535 watch hours.
All right, so the only thing you probably will have to do now, matter of fact, block this off. We'll talk off here. We'll talk there for that one. We'll talk out there for that one. We'll talk out there for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not giving that to everybody in the public, you know, because most people nowadays, you know, I already put enough content on my channel already, and because I'm not attractive enough, no one's gonna watch my shit, so I'm not gonna do that for anybody else. But anyhow, in regards to Chicago and what's going on, a lot of things, man. Chicago's a nice place. I mean, if I ever get a chance to visit up that part East Coast, I would. You know, I know some people down there. Well, no, I know some friends that travel up here in the East Coast that's from Chicago, and a lot of great people come out of Chicago. A lot of people don't know that, you know. Don't sleep on Chicago, you know. Don't make that because they always talk about niggas, you know, blowing their heads out. No, it's much bigger than that. And there's a lot of very unique people, intelligent people, funny people, and very talented people come from Chicago, you know. So if you're a person that's trying to make some, take a visit to Chicago and build yourself up would not hurt. You get me? Because of reputation. Nowadays, now some people will not look at you, or not you, but anybody that if you're not from there, yeah, they're going to criticize it, of course. But but obviously, if you want to really be something, you gotta go to the places where we reside the most, that with the attraction, and Chicago's one of them, just like Atlanta and other places. Matter of fact, I think they said other people that got the disease. I think Atlanta's top, and I don't know if Chicago's second or third, but it lets you know that that's people's activities that caused the rise of it. You get me? I bet you one time, I think Eminem said it best, that one lady that's a nurse saying that the dudes that travel overseas are getting and spreading, you know, that the disease. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm thinking, say, wait.
That's cap.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, so wait. America got disease, and you ladies are getting it. So how are you getting it? And then you know, ladies gonna say, well, we might be just dudes that this. No, you're getting it because you're getting fucked multiple times by mad people, including non-black men. You're absorbing all those people, those essence. That's why you're getting it.
Oh, they're soul ties.
Yeah. And America had a conversation be just about, for a lot of dudes, what they could do if they're gonna be messing around with different boxes. Like I said, brother, see, if you're gonna be pulling besides the wearing rubber, you're gonna have to, you know, clean down there. You know what I'm saying? Because all you do is piss out. But yeah, it's a lot more different. A woman, she knows she can't just get anybody bust in them, because they can't just piss that out. They absorb that shit. That's why you get the disease. It's not come out your body. You're you're a succubus. You're supposed to absorb that. It's not come out your body like that. That's why a lot of people that told women this yesterday about you have to be very mindful of who you're messing with. You get me? That's why I wrote a little manuscript one time about the body count situation. And I said, and I look at like this. Look at if people that's meeting each other for the first time, and you hear stories like I've now heard stories, because we born in that era, and we didn't really see things till like the 90s when we were like kids and stuff. That a lot of people nowadays did things a little different than I would know back then. That, you know, they fucking early. So I'm saying, okay, put that math into equation. Look at young people they meet like in elementary school up to close to college. You add those as body counts. Now it could be multiple now, depending on the generation, or it could be one long term. Nowadays, most people nowadays don't meet their mates long term in high school and college now. They now dabbling around after the end of 2000s. Usually 2000s you might find some that might meet their high school sweetheart or even their college sweetheart.
That literally just the year that I graduated, 2005. That shit was
yeah. You might see someone that, depending on the school, where the school body is or the size of the school system, that equates. So if it's a small school, right, it is public charter, and I think they had charter at the time, that it could be either big or small, and you'll find back then, maybe you're lucky you find, depending on the size of the school, you might find a couple of them might be pregnant for out of high school, and some might be still with their baby father, but it's rare. That's when we came up.
I seen two in my high school, only two.
I know one maybe two that I graduate that's still together after high school, but it's those like Latin people. I can't speak for Black people, only Latin people. You get me? But now after the 2000s going on 2010s, that's changed drastically. You get me? Up to present day. So now we gotta look at it, say you put that equation of the body count, add that. I said this, and I said to be how I say respectful of, if anything what is too big, I say if it goes over 4. You get me? And that's just being nice. If it over 4, that's too big a body count. She's not gonna pair body. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you always look at the quality of the 4, because I'm saying from school, mostly elementary up to college, you have to add that in. And everybody said, why you add it? Because I think nowadays school kind of integrate a little more. So there's no really middle school. There's, after you leave elementary school, there's actually middle and high school together. So I didn't really put that factor, but I'm gonna still use that as a parameter. That middle school is from 7 to 8, I could believe, and after that you go to high school, which is what grades? 9 to 12. You get me? And then we go to college, which everybody goes to college. I know you ways, especially Black, when you go to college. Some of y'all don't finish. When I go there, some of y'all don't finish because that's new number. So you're gonna meet somebody in college, and that is the last of the rodeo you're gonna go.
And possibly employment, but that's a different But that
No, and the reason why I say college, because once you leave college, you don't get your man by then.
Oh, you
very little. It's very little, non-existent, and harder. Because now you're gonna be dating, and most dudes nowadays, depending on what the age are, who you deal with, most of them here just look at the fuck. And I'm I shouldn't really cuss, but I'm gonna use that slightly to screw. You get me? They hear the screw.
This is an American Douchebag Productions.
I agree, but for the sake of trying to get the monetize, so we want to get you over the hump. Once you get over the hump, then you could start mix up a little with the cussing. You know what I'm saying? You always want, when you do these streams, you want to mix up. You don't want to stay straight up, because you want, once you get that, you get that little dollar sign. Now you're gonna rip, because now you could choose between if this should be monetized. Oh no, let me stop. I give it too much game. All right, so that's how you look at the parameters. But other than that, that's pretty much it. It's funny, when I was listening to your stream briefly, I was going through the archives. I was looking for certain books to get as easy, simple to read, and I came across one about interracial something by some woman, and some I might to look into, because she goes.
What's her name?
Let's look at this.
I think about doing some book reviews on this channel. Keep it.
Her last name is Moran, Rachel Moran, and she wrote this book that's now, how old is the book? It's like 22 years old. And they said she came out with a second edition, but I don't see that available. I just saw the first edition. I rather get some old. I don't want to get it from second, because I rather look at the history that you created, that you wrote from back then to now. And the reason why, because you scroll around and you look at dollars of the trade, and I've seen like book recommendations on the bottom on the archives, and it mentioned that. So let me look what this book is about. And it has, I was looking at the bio of it. It looks like something to look into. I might cop it. I'm still looking at it now, but that I'm gonna put to the side. Look into that, because there were certain things that the books that talk about women's choices, especially the sisters, and how they choose non-black mates. That's been proven evident by the
hope to be chosen. Hope to be chosen by
yes, correct. One by Daedalism by Christian Rudder. Daedalism that came out 11 years ago. I think I pronounced it right. Daedalism. And other book, Dating and Divide, that was released now almost 4 years ago. That's a fall fruit of this.
Dating and Dubois.
No, it's not Divide. It's Dating Divide. The Dating Divide.
Dating Divide. My bad.
Yeah, it's three women wrote this book. One Asian, two white women. I think both. I don't know if it's a white woman or the Asian. They both are doctors. They were doing deep research about the new online environment of how people meet each other and dating, and it breaks down from race, everything, and it gives the same scenario about why women choose. They choose. The same white women and the Asian women explain why all groups of women choose the top dude, which is the Caucasoid, and regard because he has the status, and it goes down. But obviously it still puts a picture of the lovely ladies, about your options. You get me? You're going
endless options.
Endless. Yeah, the options, and especially sisters, which we call lovely ladies, that your options not really that really good once you're out here in the dating market. You know, they're still picking their own people or Asian. If they deal with you, it's for a fun thing only. And Mimi Alexander said it best, because she wrote a book on it too that came out that same year the Dating Divide came out, A White Woman's Whore. She said best that she asked these white dudes questions. Why is it that you don't take black women seriously? These Caucasoids are so scared they don't want to tell the sister in the face why don't. We all know why. Because you're a plaything. You're a concubine. If they told them the truth, let me tell you something. This is why I respect these other group of men. Tell black women the truth. They'll still give you the pussy. Stop it. You tell them anything that is not gonna listen. If a woman is so persistent to pursue you because they want the soft life, they want the stats, you think they care is that you keep reeling them, say, I just want pussy, that's it. Just getting access to your buddy is enough for them to say, I hope he knocks me up. Yeah, that's how thirsty they are, my dude.
Look at Anthony Edwards. And look how he playing in the playoffs right now. That's probably on his mind right now.
You know, it's sad with this young 23-year-old man that I expect much better than him, much to go much further. But we all know what Brittany Renner said about these jocks for a long time. That these dudes are stupid. They're pressed to sex. Some never got much sex because it tells you by how much you're just laying pipe on random, especially women that are our age, bro. A 39-year-old you knocked up. Are you out your goddamn mind? And you know, there was a funny scenario I had when I was listening to a brother that was on a panel, which I was part of. And he said that young men should practice sex and finish your practice on it was older women. I'm looking at how the environment, look, bro, you see that the face you get me, right? I'm looking at the environment now and looking at where we are as men. The last thing I'm gonna do if I was younger, to be going out my way, raw dogging a woman that's 10, 15, or even 20 years older than me, that either has kids or not. That's the last woman I'm gonna be raw digging. That's not intelligent at all. You see the women don't give, I almost cussed. You don't see women don't give a crap that they get knocked up by dudes that's half their age. I mean, is it right? Or is, yeah. Half their age, right? They're still getting knocked up.
Look at Tracy Ellis Ross.
Listen, bro. Yo, I don't know if you ever. I'll tell you this: if you do get monetized, I would advise the books. I would recommend get these books and do the review yourself. Read it yourself. You get understand. Don't read the whole book, but read just the first few chapters. That this is content alone. Me reading Daedalism by Christian Ritter, he explains the age gap. Bro, OkCupid is a haven of data that reveals a lot about the nature of modern women, bro.
What does it reveal?
He reveals that from the data he collected from his website, OkCupid, He said it best. When we're talking about age gap dating, right? It's confirmed with women. The older they get, they do go younger. Now we see Trace Ellis Ross and see these women, even what's the name? Joy Taylor. The woman that's sucking and screwing everything that moves, right?
Nicole.
Oh, yeah, she's another one. Yes. And I'm fixing. Why these old? Oh, because this is in them. Among Western women, they do this. If they get too old in the game, that's why you see a lot of these old bitches in the club with their daughters. Why even in it? Yeah, why even in the club? They're out here with their daughters in the club at age. We could look for young dudes.
Yeah,
young dumb dudes. That's why a lot of young dudes, they gotta be intelligent. They gotta be gamed up. It's not something you could talk about. And no, you can't afford now as a young dude in this Western environment. You can't do it no more. At one time, it was a luxury where you don't have to worry about you could fuck an old woman and there's nothing. She won't get pregnant. She will learn something.
Yeah, ended in 1985 when this thing called the HIV, which eventually became the package, came into play. That so-called you could do anything with an older woman. You do know that older women are the primarily ones with the majority of STDs, and the two places you could find the majority of STDs is a college campus and a retirement home.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know why? Because they're using their box as a haven for lust and pleasure. But at the end of the day, they get some either curable or non-curable. And really, there's things that's cured in the world. The world is anything could be cured, but we're not going to that. But that's another story. But here in the West, they don't believe in that. They only deal with treatment. So if you're a woman that's older and you don't get your man and make a life, you're gonna be out here just getting, slain by younger dudes or whatever, pumping it up you.
Yeah, they're gonna be having all y'all. Hold on, I got the perfect what's the name? They're gonna have all these older women out here taking like.
Yeah. And one person wrote, "I never brought my daughter to no mother effing club. I don't raise hoes." Oh, okay. I think it's a woman in the chat room. Okay.
Yeah,
Monique.
that's my girl Monique Robinson. You know what I'm saying? She
okay, good. Good. Excellent. But Monique understands that you see it, Monique. You see, if you ever go to the club by yourself or someone you trust, you see a lot of women that's your age or a little older out there looking for young,
young dudes.
Yeah, they're looking for it because the older they get, the more they have to go down. Just like some dudes, it's proven fact that the older you are, you're going to look for somebody a little younger, and it's just beyond fertile. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the guy discovered through OkCupid for over the first 10 years, because OkCupid was designed the same time Facebook came to existence in 2004. Ain't that something?
Wow.
So with extensive data research and analytics, they confirmed this, and the guy wrote this in his book to let you know, saying that if you're dating, a modern woman, be expected, especially one that's black, be expected that she is going to look for non-black men as the choice first. She's going to have her fun with him first, and after that, she will go back to reach back. Matter of fact, if you're around, I don't know if I'm going to do this tomorrow or whatever. I gotta do some content on Miss Pope. It looks like somebody did a video and revealed her children, and I'm saying, wait, is this the same woman the time I say that's begging black women to date out, but you go back, reach back to a black man, a simp, and you already have non-black children? One or two?
Whoa, are you trying to tell? Hold on, wait, goddamn it.
Yes, my nigga.
Are you trying to tell me that Rebecca Lynn Pope, the former dating coach, that
and spiritual teacher and all this nonsense, that church loving bullshit,
she dropped these chicks because they had delusional standards, right?
Yes. She has a bastard child, and really the term bastard is rightfully so, because last time I checked, most of the children you have are not married. You're only married to this dude. You had a bastard child at 19 while you're in college, and right now Miss Pope is now 51 years old. That's like that's 31 years ago. And now come around, you had that, and then you have another child from a non-black man, because your child that we see that's adult now, man, is white with long, stringy, curly hair. So now it lets you know, Miss O, that they talk about the extra 1 million, 2 million, 1 million. I'm sorry, the extra 1,200,000 babies that black women harbor. That's not by the little small percent of black men. Those are from other groups of men.
I know.
She is one of those data statistics. So we talk about saying, why they fight so hard for black men to go explore or do what they have to do. And mind you, I don't really waste time the policing at this point. I don't like the interracial mixing as a person, to be honest. I don't think it's beneficial, but let's go there. You do what you have to do as a man, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But here's the weirdest about it. You're doing this because there has to be a fallback plan. No other group men take you in as wives. The black man is, and forever, the Western man, whether he's American or non-black, he is the only man you could fall under. You don't get this in line? When they talk about the data about you gonna be single, childless now, or
Nico.
You are projecting yourself permanently like that. You get me?
Finito, you're done.
All right, so I never took them seriously, but the sex was good. Yeah. Yeah. So really, truly, it makes a thing, Minnesota. It makes sense. They gotta keep projecting this data about black men in jail. All this bullshit. Because it gives you an excuse to go fucking suck other groups of men. And if that don't work, you're gonna go back to some man that's either the ones you're gonna look for in jail. Let me tell you something. A man will have easy time go to jail, be in jail and find a black woman because they'll snatch you up.
I see it happen all the time.
You know Chicago, especially where listen, a man, look at that right there. See right there? Tell me there's no poor men. No, they're men. Do you qualify the men that's doing what they're supposed to do?
Oh no.
No. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna pull from the ghettos, the deep ghettos, the slums, the prisons. After non-black men have their way with you, you're gonna go back to the slums, you're gonna go back to the prisons, and you're gonna snatch one of them niggas up and make a life if you're lucky.
So you trying to tell me Rebecca Lynn Pope got a little half-breed, little bastard child out here?
Yes. And I respect the brother that did the video. He did some thorough research. And I'm saying, my God damn, you can't make this shit up.
Crystal Carrison. I'm finding the pattern right here. Crystal Carrison, Rebecca Lynn Pope.
Yes. Your top.
I got a long memory over here. Your
top so-called, especially Crystal. Let's be honest with Crystal. Right now, what she doing right now? She's trying to harbor other women to create a little women's circle with some affidavits and all stuff. We had to sign some, what do you call it? FDA? What do you call it? A non-disclosure NDA. Yeah. So what she's doing right now? Because listen, she's already made a bed. She's gonna probably be alone. So instead of being alone, she's gonna have other women be alone. It's simple, and that's fine. That's cool. But you've been dragging and trying to get black women on your side for years to not only take the money, but to make them alone as well. And this is in the coffin, because think about it. You
April
married
Mason, what was that? Stormy Daniels, April Mason, all of them.
Stormy Daniels. Who's that? I'm trying to remember who that is. Stormy Daniels. I don't know who that is.
The one that finessed all them people to go ahead and come on a boat and do some kind of seminar, eat some chicken, basically. You
mean the black one, right? The one that keeps the body good. Oh yeah, I heard about her. Yeah, Stormy Daniels. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. The black woman's stupid. That's stupid. But anyway, I understand it. But anyway, at the end of the day, these women are gonna hustle other women. To keep women single is a business move. If you're a black woman and you're not serious and prioritize relationships or find some man, you will be out here ass out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Make a life with a man. Make a deal. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some trade-offs. Don't ask for perfection. Any person asks perfection, you stay the hell away from fast. Because I know you're not perfect, but you expect you want something to be in control. Period. Yep. And if it doesn't suit,
I want something that makes sense. Look, the sky is blue, the grass is green. I am a man, you are a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rule over you, but at the same time, you ain't about to rule over me.
Yeah.
This is my tagline that I say on my post. Look, I will be paid to be annoyed, but I'll be damned if I pay a woman to annoy me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's as far as I'm gonna go. Like I said, you could look it up. It's all over the internet now. Some people have been talking about it, and not enough men in certain sectors of YouTube is talking about it. They need to start talking about it now, because when they talk about say why black women do what they do to keep you suppressed is intentional. Because if they were able to get what they want, I guarantee what's going to happen. They will leave alive young black boys and black men in the dust.
Of course.
They'll from to. Let me tell you something. A lot of people say that woman that made that remarks about that black women should really not have black children, right? Especially the males, right? Only way you're gonna do that. Only way you're gonna do that is if you got what you want. But you all know is if you interracial mingling, you're gonna produce that black child, that one drop rule here in America. You're not gonna escape that. So I always ask, what type of black child you asking for? Are you asking for one that's from the actual black man, or are you asking from a non-black man and consider black, and then control that? Because anytime it comes out your womb to most black women, and we can say all of them, but we're gonna say most for now.
Most.
If the thing that comes out your womb is yours, and if it's not yours and you can't hold and control it, you will discard it. You abuse it. And that's what we're seeing right now. And this is not no joke. This is an honest fact. We see it in our neighborhoods. We see it through social media, especially TikTok. So don't give me that. It's very rare to find a woman that is sincere and really has a clean heart, a clean mind, and doesn't fall the bullshit. You get me? If you're a woman that's out there, you're going to. I'm not saying you can't have female friends. I told one woman she should have female friends, but she don't want to because she don't like them. I understand it. But you go out to search and find ones that you could trust. The rest of them out here, you should not be friends with them at all, because their only intention is to keep you either single or to eat you out. It's not
pretty much both. Pretty much both.
But they probably would do both. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. You can end the show. I'll tell you what my secrets after.
All right, it's stay right there. I'm gonna go ahead and
cool.
turn the outro real quick. Yo, it's been one soldier out my city again. Might have to go ahead and show y'all the like I said, the city, the blue line. Got to show you my neighborhood, Inglewood, which was once upon a time a white neighborhood, which became an all black neighborhood, and which it became one of the most poorest, most dangerous neighborhoods of all time. And we might go ahead and talk about the Chicago Pizza Puzzle, another Chicago delicacy. But it's your man, Mr. O, with the info, giving what you need to know. Yep. But you ain't here for me, though. I might go ahead and run the outro. AOK, I was running, like I said, stay right there again.
This is an American Douchebag Productions.
I'm out, y'all. Mr. O with the info.